What kind of a wacky thing should I get ready with?
Preferably something that doesn't damage ship hulls.
Oh,
Yeah, let's keep fire to a minimum.
out of character, I already asked Ryman about one of my abilities damaging the ship, so we're good there.
Swear to God, if that bitch waterlogs our ship, I'm gonna fucking.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Whoa, look at that. Hey, Elias.
It's going. That's about all I can say.
Well, that doesn't sound great.
All right, I think I should be good. From my end, how are things, Blias?
They are things.
They are things. So everything's working for the most part.
Yeah, for now, until we get done with the session, and then I can fine tune everything and fix everything properly.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right.
It's got one monitor working, so it's good enough.
So, what were your guys' prep for before the long rest?
I'm just trying to get more knowledge on the specific Alana character
Okay.
and tailoring what cleric spells I may have available to like basically combat some of her abilities.
Okay, well, you know she's a magic user. You know that she has some physical prowess.
We know that she's an air genasi or a water.
Does she
genasi.
favor the sword over a range attack, or I guess I'd be
That's
asking
something to ask
Nyx.
them. Yeah.
And Lucian, I guess, because he's got some knowledge, right? Did he say he had knowledge? I don't want to like.
Yeah, he knows of
Yeah.
her.
Okay.
Training her.
Yeah. Me. Yeah. All right. Well, whatever you guys' prep is, I just need to know so that I can make sure that any effects of that need to be handled by me can be done.
I discharged the witch bolt and then
Right.
loaded the ring with counterspell.
Okay. At what level?
I'm pretty sure I can only do it at third.
You can.
You have four slots of power there. You could do it at fourth if you wanted, or you could do it at third and have space for one extra spell.
Okay. Well, no, if I can do it at fourth, then yeah, I'll do it at fourth.
All right, fourth level counterspell. So
Yep.
make sure you get that down.
Yeah, you
Got
can
it.
cast counterspell at higher levels to lower a DC check or completely nullify a spell of a higher level.
Yep.
Alrighty.
What kind of spells does she use? Is it like specifically water or like cold stuff? I don't know the type of damage.
Yes, what spells does a Blade Singer have exactly?
Same access as regular wizards, if I remember right. Trying to find the information.
Does she favor any's over others?
That was directed at Nyx, by the way.
Honestly, what I know of her is outdated compared to what Lucian would know.
I doubt it.
Well, you guys have seen her cast one spell, specifically Steel Wind Strike. And that was
all right.
force damage.
And I guess I'll say that then. Yeah, when I did run into her, she used a magical melee attack on me, and yeah, it was pretty powerful. So yeah, I would expect a combination of magic and combat.
Right, but since she's a water genasi, she doesn't like favor water, cold magic or something.
I have no idea, and I don't know anymore. I mean, back in the day, she used to. I mean, it was like the whole water fire thing. We really loved doing that. I would torch somebody, she would freeze them. It was fun, but you know, I don't know anymore.
All right, I'll leave my necklace of the elements set to cold.
Okay. Works for me.
So it says here that we have to feed the mounts twice a day. We've only fed them once, right?
Technically 4 times. You guys have fed them
Okay.
3 times now. They need their final bit of food before they go to bed, and then you guys can mount up the next day. Because you guys hit exhaustion levels. You guys are currently on exhaustion.
Right.
Quick question.
Sure.
Would I need the full 8 hours, or would 6 hours still work?
6 hours of work.
Okay. I will
For you
wait
and
2
Lucian.
hours after everybody starts going to sleep then.
All right, no problem.
And then at the end of this, close to the end of the second hour, I'd like to cast Death Ward on Nyx with her permission.
Okay.
Boom. And then off to bed I go.
All right. Let me just trying to fix something here so that it's all purdy and good to go for you guys.
Before I go to bed, I'm gonna sit and think about ways to like jimmy rig something up my arm to make it less useless.
Okay. Any particular ideas?
Not at the moment, but I'm thinking.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, you could tie something to it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's really if you can come up with something, I'm cool to go with that, but
Stick a crossbow in your nub.
What is this, a Tarantino movie?
You can't have metal, right?
I can have metal weapons. I can't have metal armor.
What about a shield?
Shields are counted as armor, unfortunately.
Hey, it said
However,
metal
bracers
armor.
don't. It's
Nothing about a metal arm.
Oh, so wait a minute. Actually, I need to, because I have a shield at the moment.
I mean, what kind of shield is it? Because if it's a
Just a
wooden shield, you're fine.
Just a standard wooden shield, but I don't know how I'm gonna hold it and.
You just strap it to your arm.
I mean, Ta could probably help you just sort of secure it real tight on your arm.
Ta, before we go to bed, can you help me strap this to my?
Maybe you want to do that in the morning before you leave, considering it's going to be fucking uncomfortable to sleep with a goddamn shield attached to your arm. But you could test it. You could test it out and see if it works.
Yeah, let's test it.
All right. This is.
It's either that or we have like a bunch of short swords. We have
You have a lot of weird shit in your bag of holding right now.
A
Got
lot
a
of
pole
weapons.
arm nobody's using.
I'm imagining is it Volo from Soul Calibur?
Yeah, I know who you're
The
talking
sword arms or whatever.
about. Yeah, well, he's got like the little hand glaive things, and
Yeah.
then he's fucking weird.
Such a weird
Or-
character.
Or is it Baka or not Baka, but Baraka from Mortal Kombat? That's got
I
like,
think so.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
they come out of his forearms.
Yeah.
Oh man, now you got me
Strap
thinking about the
wyvern too.
really piece of shit Wolverine Deadpool.
Oh. Yeah.
We do not talk about that.
That didn't happen. I refuse to accept that happened.
Oh man.
But okay, so Ty, you're willing to help him kind of get the shield attached just to test it out and all?
Can we
All right.
test two things, Ta?
What?
I want to test attaching Sylvain to my arm as well.
Okay.
Okay, so which one do you want to try first?
Try the shield.
Okay. So the shield has a couple of straps, and they're kind of meant to go around a forearm.
Which I'm missing.
Right, and because the hand is, typically wider, so to speak, than the forearm, that sort of stops it. So, what do you guys want to use to secure it to your arm? That's the thing that I need to know.
Probably rope.
Yeah, we have
Duct
lots of
tape?
rope.
You got a ton
Okay.
of rope.
Okay, so you kind of go through tying it down with the straps and everything. It's after tying it down, getting it squared away. I'm not gonna make you make a strength check for this necessarily. I just figure.
Rip his arm off.
Yeah, exactly. But I figure you can kind of manage.
Kyle rolls
But
a natural
after-
20, it completely cuts off the entire arm with a rope.
all the circulation and then the rest of the arm falls off. Yay! But you lost just above your elbow, if I remember right, Blythe.
Yeah, something
So, doing this, it's kind of like a really big pauldron. It doesn't necessarily. I mean, it's not as effective as a regular shield, obviously, because you can't maneuver it quite as easily. However,
like that.
I would say that after sort of attaching it and kind of getting used to it, Ty, you sort of, lightly swing out Orc Slayer just so that he can practice sort of getting it in the way, right? I would say it'll give you a +1 AC.
Okay, so I need to change my AC.
So if you want to do that, yes, it would be a +1 to your AC. It's not quite as good as a regular shield, but it's not bad. If you want to try the Sylvain thing, you can.
Do you want to help me try tying Sylvain to my arm? See if I can lash out with it?
Sure. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but I don't use whips, so.
The fuck you looking at, nigga? Keep scrolling.
It really helps having a whip, yeah.
Well, yeah,
It
we can
really
save
does.
that for another time.
Ow.
Shield thing
You have
works.
another arm, so.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
you could
really
do
wish
that.
That had not been an audio link. What the fuck? Oh, my ears. Sorry, everybody on the stream. Holy shit.
What?
Somebody posted a link to something, and I clicked on it, and it was loud as shit.
That's why you don't do that.
Yeah, that's why you never do that.
Wow. Noob.
Yeah.
Oof. Ah, holy shit.
There we go. All right. So yeah, if you guys are gonna skip the working out with Sylvain for the moment, that's fair. But anybody else doing any preparation before you go? If I remember right, Zuzia, you got the belt.
Yeah. I forgot
Okay,
about that.
so you can pick 3 daggers or swords to attach to the belt if you want, and they will return to you after being thrown. Up to 3 maximum. The shadow dagger does not attach, as it is a magical construct, and you'd have to make it in your hand. But it already comes back to you at the end of the turn anyway. So it's
Yeah,
not a
that's
big,
what I was gonna say.
yeah.
All right.
So you can think
real
on
quick,
that for a moment. Yep.
Before we go, Nyx wants to open a box and tell everybody to come here.
Okay.
And then she's gonna
Okay.
flip the box around, and then it will have, what is it, 9 bracelets with
Bracelets.
black gems on them, and she'll tell everybody to take one. And wear it.
What are these?
They're like stealthy Rocky Talkies. Here, look. And Nyx will put ones on, and she talks into it and says, "See, my voice is in your head right now. You can't hear me."
But none of us have put it on yet.
Yeah, somebody has to put one on.
Well, whatever.
I'll take one.
All right.
What are they officially called?
These are messenger bracelets. They have a 500-foot range, if I remember right. And it is essentially the message cantrip between all of them. If you've seen Critical Role, the original group.
1,000.
Oh, 1,000. My bad. Yep, my bad. 1,000 feet. If you've seen Critical Role, and remember the earrings, it's that, not as much range though. You're only the person who's wearing it can hear it, and only when you're wearing it. But when you speak into it, everybody else that's wearing one of these linked bracelets can hear it.
Okay.
So Rocky Talkies have a range of like a mile or two. These have a range of 1,000 feet, but they're also a lot less painful because Rocky Talkies aren't messages. They are, anybody can hear anything coming through a Rocky Talkie.
All right, so everybody took a bracelet, right? So that's 6.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
All
So
right.
you have 3 left.
Okey-doke.
Melee sort of like tentatively like reaches out for one.
Oh
and then-
yeah, absolutely. I'll offer it to her.
All right. So Melee's got 1 too. So that's 7. So you have 2 left.
All right.
And so what I attached to my belt's going to be the dagger of venom, the
Okay.
rapier, and the sword of life stealing.
Okay. So if you ever need to throw any of those, they'll come back to you. Or if you ever get disarmed, they'll come back on your belt, assuming they hit the ground. If somebody else is holding it, it doesn't come back to you, right?
Okay.
So like the idea being if somebody were to, and like monks can do this sort of thing. If like a monk were to grab your dagger out of the air as it's flying at you, they're then wielding it and it won't come back to you. However, if they do that and then like toss it to the ground, it'll come back to you at the end of your turn.
What
Okay.
if she throws it and it sticks in the guy's chest?
It'll still come back to her because it's not being wielded.
No.
It is
But
embedded.
it's not on the ground.
Yeah. I mean, you could do some, you can do some weird shit with that. You could literally like run up, stab like a giant in the thigh with your rapier, jump on the rapier, stab it in the abdomen with your big sword, and then jump or on with the sword of life stealing, and then jump on that if you wanted, and literally use it as a purchase at least to the end of your turn. In which case they disappear, but you can do some weird stuff. Definitely think out of the box with it. It's kind of fun.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here, and I want to get this last piece before we go because I knew something slipped my mind, and I got it now. There we go. All right. So you guys settle in for a long rest. So watch order. Let's do the watch order. Who's going first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I can do the whole damn watch.
Well,
You
I was
could,
gonna say,
yeah.
Didn't the anvil
What?
say he was? What the fuck? My monitor just shut off.
Must be a warlock
okay.
thing.
I was gonna say, didn't the anvil say he was staying up for 2 hours past everybody else, and then he
Yeah.
was gonna go to sleep? So
I'll take
probably
first
can-
watch.
Okay. Fine.
All right. So, so you're up first, right, Gad?
Yes.
All right, and then second, just so that I have it written down here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you'll take second, and then third.
That's the last one, right?
No,
Oh, I'll take the
there's
last one.
4. All right,
I'll
you'll
take-
take. So
I'll
Ta's
take
last.
third.
There we go.
All right, and then
Give Belias time to heal up his nub.
this is weird because everybody on watch except for Lucian has a 3-letter name, or at least a nickname anyway. Because Gad, Nix, Ta, because it's Gadriel or whatever. Gad's way easier.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say the anvil every freaking time because that's,
Oh no, it's not the anvil. It's just anvil.
yeah, anvil. Whatever.
Excuse me, it's the tower.
Yes, the tower, the anvil.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I made it just
So-
like my mercenary call sign. I'm like, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
fucking have everybody call me tower. How lame would that be, having a name like that?
Yeah, right. Jeez, what?
Wow,
Who would
what a
ever do
nerd.
that?
I
Oh,
bet you he's not even 7 foot tall.
okay. So, first
They
up.
don't even have an AC of 20.
Oh my God, are we AC pedants now?
Oh my god, no.
All right. So,
Well, I'm a wizard with 18
ain't bad.
armor AC.
That ain't bad. All right. First up, Gad. Let's do perception check.
Oh boy. Hey.
All right. You guys settled in. Let's see here, 'cause you guys. I think I marked it where you guys were. Or,
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah.
purple.
Yeah, that little
Yep,
thing
yep.
right above.
So you guys settled in kind of on the plains. It's dotted with bushes, not so much trees. You do see, you guys are kind of up on top of a small hill, maybe raising up like 50 feet or something like that. Not much, but it gives you a nice commanding view of the area. It is certainly cloudy tonight, but not too insane. It's a nice night, if a little bit cold. Although you don't register cold the way that other people, I suppose, do. Nevertheless, looking around, you see plenty of nocturnal animals sort of coming out. Some of those buffalo-like creatures in a herd way off in the distance. Everything seems pretty peaceful to you. There's nothing too crazy. As the night kind of goes by, there are little gaps in the clouds where you can see one of the two moons up there, and yeah,
That's no moon.
it's a space station. No, it's not.
It's not.
It's very much not a space station.
Fucking nerds.
All right. Oh, stop doing that. There we go. Okay, so your watch goes by. You said you wanted to stay up 2 hours. Is there anything in particular you wanted to do there?
No, just, I guess for one of those hours I could start, I'm gonna start using Artisan's Blessing to shape that log into a forearm. And hand.
Because of the complexity and making sure you have the right size, I want a do you have carpentry?
Ooh, no,
Or-
I don't. I have Smiths and Jewelers.
Okay. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to give me a straight intellect check. However, you are currently under the effects of exhaustion, and I should have remembered that earlier. You have disadvantage currently. In fact, you're all under the effects of exhaustion right now. Okay, 15. You don't go too crazy, but you working off the proportions and stuff, you start to mold it. I'm going to say that this is, even with Artisan's Blessing, this is going to take you some time.
Oh no, yeah, I didn't want to do anything super fancy. Just wanted to
Right, but you
just
start kind of
working on it.
blocking out the shape, paring it down a little bit into kind of like an L shape, right? A vague L-ish shape of roughly the right dimensions, but you're not necessarily going in for the detail and all that stuff yet. But you start there, and I'll say that's about what you can get done tonight before you need to
So
do
yeah,
your
I
shut.
don't want it bent. I just wanted like a maybe like a 10-degree angle.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant, but
Yeah.
I can't think of another way to put that exactly. But yeah, so you start on it there. All right, cool. But yeah, your watch comes to an end, and I think that'll be.
I'll
Pretty
go wake
good.
Lucian and then start going into my inactive state.
All right.
Okay.
Lucian, you're up. Let's do a perception check. You still have disadvantage as you don't have full effect yet. All right. 11, 8,
Uh,
21. All right. Yeah.
I'm technically still aware of my surroundings while I'm in
Yes.
active
You're
state.
just unable to do anything while you're. So you can't really do a perception because you're facing one direction.
Yeah.
Can't really get a good look around or whatever. But if something comes within range of you or somebody wakes you up, so to speak, you can, pop up. But for the moment, I would say you're inactive. So the way that I typically would play that, right, is that you can hear the things kind of within a reasonable radius, right? So if there are people talking, you can hear that. You can sort of see the things that are directly in front of you within your dark vision range, so 60 feet. Beyond that, because you can't really focus, you can't really do anything actively. You're not really going to have a perception sort of thing. But within 60 feet of you, in front of you, you're good.
I will keep
Fair?
that in mind. Thank you.
All right, that's the easiest way I can think of to do it while not, completely screwing up. I would say you'd rely more on the sound around you than the sight, as you can't move. All right. So Lucian, as you're sort of looking around, kind of getting an idea of the area, you see, you can see a couple of nocturnal small animals akin to like weasels or groundhogs coming out of their holes and going hunting for food around. But nothing really strikes you. You kind of get caught up actually partway through the night, looking up at the skies. There's a large hole in the clouds, and you can see the larger of the two moons. Grogus, the larger of the two moons, as the smaller of the two sort of crosses in front of it. And it's kind of a rare sight. They don't necessarily align like that all the time, and it's kind of nice to see. It's a very pretty sight as Pikarun starts to traverse the face of Grogus. And you kind of get caught up in it and don't really pay attention until all of a sudden you kind of realize, oh, it's been like maybe 2.5 hours. I should probably wake somebody up.
If
In
only
fact, Nix, because you're always awake, you're the one that actually sort of like kicks Lucian and it's like, hey, it's my turn, asshole.
but pretty.
Yeah, it's a relatively quick transition as Pikarun is much smaller and closer. But it's probably about halfway across, if not more.
Now, if only
Traversing
someone
the thing.
would create a cell phone so that we can take pictures.
Right. There's a thing. Prestidigitation can kind of do that for a very short period of time.
It's such a crazy cantrip.
I know. Prestidigitation is a really fun one.
Only limited by your imagination.
Yep.
It really is, and some very weak constraints, but yes. All right, so Nyx, you're up. I'll say, for the purposes of that, Lucian, you sort of you sort of go, oh yeah, I should probably get some sleep, and turn in.
Go to bed, Lucian. You're drunk.
No, he's not. That's the problem in a way. All right, so
True.
Nyx, go ahead.
Oh, perception.
Perception disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage. Well, yep, there we go.
Okay. Well, that kind of works anyway. So, Nyx, as you're looking around, you're kind of taken in by this traversal of the two moons there. And partway through the night, about a half an hour after Lucian finally goes to bed, your eyes kind of go blurry. Like it's a really pretty sight, but your eyes kind of go blurry for a moment. and you can hear almost the sound of crackling fire. But you guys didn't make a fire, right? So where did this come from? And a few more seconds goes by, and your vision slowly fades away. You're standing in a room, a large chamber, built out of what looks like volcanic rock, black, obsidian, glassy and smooth. There's a hallway behind you, and you're standing in what looks like an antechamber, actually. There's a set of 2 large doors with writing that somehow you can understand. At least most of. It's odd. It's very harsh. The words themselves sort of fill your head as you read over it. A lot of it in pictographs of a large beast standing on 2 legs with horns, throwing enemies far, far from him, seeming to depict carnage on large scales. The doors stand about 100 feet from you and tower 100 feet above you, easily 60, 70 feet wide. And then you hear a thump as the doors begin to open. Not much. Maybe 10, 15 feet total. And you feel this compulsion, this almost soft suggestion, but powerful, to walk forward.
I do so.
What was that?
I do so.
Okay. As you walk forward and step through the doors, they begin to close behind you again. You look back, and the inside of the doors depict across it, bisected by the join of where the doors meet each other, this large horned figure. Vaguely reminiscent, and I mean very vaguely, but vaguely reminiscent of the jailer that you once fought. At the bottom, you see what looks like an army of nameless, faceless figures in robes, all depicted at this thing's feet. Your focus is taken off of that as braziers light in the columns that fill this room, holding up the ceiling. The room is impossibly large. The floor beneath you is cold, and there is a red stone inlaid into the ground, leading further into the chamber. As you continue to walk, you come across more pictograms on each of these columns, until finally you see the far end of the room. There's a throne, again impossibly big, again easily 50 feet across, towering up, covered in shadow, and there's a figure there, sitting in said throne. You all of a sudden stop. You're unable to move forward. You're not sure if you should or not, but you're unable to, so you just stop. And the head that was turned away from you at 90 degrees, turns towards you, staring. 2 red eyes. Very much almost like the eye of Sauron. Flames licking at the slit pupils. Look to you. Welcome, my child. You've done well.
she'll curtsy.
Fair enough. He looks to you, and I mean, you can almost hear this like low, growling laugh. Impertinent as ever. Well, perhaps the eve of your completion of our deal is at hand. And now you must know how to send her to me.
Okay,
And
she listens very intently.
well, you don't even have to listen. For a moment, there's a spike of pain through your forehead all the way back to the back of your head. And information, a vision, courses through it, showing you the ritual, the magic circle, the rites, the words in Abyssal. And at the end of that, you see a freedom, sort of the reward for doing this. A freedom from the bound that's been holding you since the moment you took up this deal. And this towering figure sort of leans forward, and a little bit of the face comes into view, and you can see something that's scarred, it's ugly, it's menacing. And he says to you, on the completion of your task, I will give you my name. Until then, do not fail me. And then leans back. And you kind of feel hot, like you're a fire genasi. Hot isn't really a thing to you. It's not really that big of a deal, but all of a sudden you feel incredibly hot, like you're burning from the inside, and you watch as your body from your toes up turns to ash, and you're brought back into what is now feels incredibly cold by comparison, but this somewhat peaceful night in the Midlands, back on the material plane. And you realize your watch is over.
She'll like gasp for a second, just be like, "Holy fuck!" Like check her like limbs and shit, make sure that like nothing's ashy there. And yeah, then
Okay.
she'll
Give me an
kick Ta.
investigation with disadvantage.
Okay then.
Okay. So yeah, you don't notice anything missing, nothing quite like that. I'm gonna say it was more for a nat 1, for entertainment's sake. But you notice that there are, how would I say this? There is a sigil on your hand, on the back of your hand, and it takes you a second to notice it in the craziness, but you notice that there is that sigil, and it is in the shape of the magic circle that is still in your head, just sitting there, almost like an overlay, like what you're supposed to do. But yes, it sits there in on your hand.
Cool. Okay. Before she like does her rest, she'll like copy it down in her book.
Okay. All right. So, Ta, you're up. So, Nyx, you finish copying it down, or at least, a rough design You can refine it later, but you kind of go and wake up Ta. Ta, you can take your watch, I suppose.
All right.
So you are up.
So just perception, since I slept for 6 hours.
You have done your actual rest, so now you have your full. You guys are back to full effectiveness again. All right, 14. For you, not
Yeah.
bad at all.
Damn.
You see the buffalo beginning to move in the early morning. The herd sort of grazing on its way now that the light is out. The Picaroon is no longer traversing Grogus, but they're still close in the sky, towards the edge of the sky. They're looking around. You can see some of the early morning birds beginning to take flight in the plains. The odd tree here and there, sort of typically older and maybe less or more lean, serving as their homes as they take off to fish for worms or whatever they can find in the early morning dew. You can see small woodland animals returning to their nocturnal ones anyway, returning to their hovels, and the day's creatures beginning to leave their homes. But yeah, nothing really strikes you as, particularly like urgent or anything like that. It is kind of it's almost a nice morning, for lack of a better way to put it.
All right. I'll spend the end of my watch getting my horse ready, getting the saddle back on, and all that stuff.
Okay. All right. So everybody else, you guys wake up.
No, hold on. Nix is gonna run over and like get her horse ready, and then like sit on it, and like nod to Tom, be like, get on your horse, and she'll be like, "Hey, you guys are late. Let's get up."
Interesting. All right. Yeah, you can totally do that.
I mean, I could
so yeah,
see things.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can.
I just won't say anything. I'm like, all right.
Just sort
I'm
of
just
go
gonna get
along
up.
with it. All right. Well, yeah, you guys all get up. Some of you might rush for a moment until realizing that it's not that late. The pre-dawn light is breaking over the horizon. You can just see Grogus, which is about twice the size of our moon, dropping below the horizon. Picadun much gone already. But yeah, you guys ready to head out as you guys kind of get believe they need the horses need a little bit of feed in the morning, but not much, just a tiny bit before they start their craziness. And yeah, we'll go from there. Anything you guys want to do in the morning, having woken up? Any extra prep you want to do today?
Narp.
All right.
Shield on.
All right. Yeah. So Ta, you can walk over, strap the shield to Bramnick's arm, and you guys are just using some rope for that, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and you guys have tons of freaking rope, so.
Yep.
Not a problem. Having an airship means you usually tend to have a lot of rope. Okay. So if there's any discussion you guys want to do, you guys can do that for the moment, but you guys will be heading out here in just a second here. Awesome. All right. So Anything? I'm just gonna give you guys the last chance to do anything in case somebody thinks of something, whatever.
Was it Nyx that wanted to talk to me about my boot and my other thing?
I think that was
Might have been
Bramnick.
Bramnick.
Ramnick?
Yeah, I was gonna talk to you about your boots, just to see if there was anybody else in the group that would benefit from them.
Yeah, if
Since
someone
you
wants to
don't need
like
'em.
trade something or whatever.
Probably Ta.
Ta or Lucian.
What?
Do you want some?
Boots of Elvenkind.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm already like tapped on things I can be attuned to. It's
Yeah,
3 things, right?
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep
Okay.
that for later then if anyone decides they.
Yeah, I have
need
2 slots open, but I don't feel like asking for something like that.
You can always just
It's a little
toss it
early
bag
in
of
our
holding.
relationship.
it. True.
You could just put it out there to the group that they're up for grabs, and someone.
Right. Yeah, that's basically. Yeah. So I guess hey Ta, since you gave me this belt, I mean, do you need some boots?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, like, so I've kind of got an extra pair of boots. In the future, if anyone happens to need them, just let me know. We may be able to work something out.
Okay.
Sort of a chance for Gad there to say something if you wanted to.
I mean, I'm interested, but it seems a little much to ask for something like an item like that so early on in, I guess, this relationship.
Well, if you think of something you could trade me, just
I could make you something.
ooh,
I am a smith.
I'm not sure what I need.
Well, I mean, is there
Let's
any?
see.
If
Like-
you have any precious gems or metals, I can probably fashion it into something pretty functional for you.
Yeah, the question is, what is it that you want to be able to do? Right? Is there anything in particular you can think of that maybe, mobility-wise or weapon-wise or whatever, you might want to try to do? And then what would the implement be that would allow you to do that? And then go from there.
Yes.
I'm also, I have to step away really quickly because I have to go move my car so that it's not blocking the street because of street cleaners, apparently. I just got a thing.
Raven.
Oh, come
Hey,
on,
man, it ain't my
Shame on
fucking
you.
problem. Just
Yeah, it is.
man.
It's your
so
car.
it's like it's one of those like city alert things or whatever. Apparently, there was a spill of something kind of nasty just up the hill, and it's kind of coming down the road. So like,
Yeah,
you might
dude,
want to
get
move
your
your
tires
car
out of
so that
that.
we can do that. And I don't want my tires eaten away by whatever the fuck it
lava.
was. It's lava. Yes, they're pouring
Shit,
lava
where's
down my
Harrison Ford?
street. That's a great thing. Yeah, so give me a couple minutes. I'm gonna let you guys figure out what your plan of attack is. Actually, you know what? From here, the clouds have somewhat dissipated. Everybody, give me a perception check. If you have advantage for your perception check, know that add that in. But let's do this.
Really?
Hey.
Fuck you, roll 20.
Wow.
Oh wow! All right, keep it going.
Holy
Okay.
shit, that is not
Okay.
even a roll natural 20.
You doing shit.
All right. Well, I'll leave it there. Zuzia and Bramnick,
Yes.
you can't make out much, but you can see somehow a long way off. You can see a small speck in the sky. You have an idea that maybe that could be what you're looking for.
Which direction?
Let me grab the arrow tool.
The way we're heading, I'm assuming.
Probably.
Yeah, kind of right out that way.
How far
actually,
out would we guess
slightly.
it was?
It's honestly about 30 miles.
Oh.
That's why the DC was a 29. Well, it was essentially a 30, but with that nat 20 at a 29, I'm willing to bump that up 1. So that was in
Guys.
case you guys ran into nat 20s there, and I figured I should check. So you did, and that's the thing.
Guys,
So
airship. Airship.
I will point out, you have to take Bramnick's word for this because none of y'all, no matter what, can fucking see this thing. Bramnick and Zuzi are the only two. But
I
I'll
see
let
it
you
too.
guys figure out your plan of attack. I'm gonna go move my car real quick, and we'll be good to go after that. All right?
All right, don't trip and
There's-
fall.
I'm pretty sure I see an airship about 30 miles northeast-ish, northeast.
I see something out there too. There's definitely something moving. Looks familiar.
Yeah, because we can totally trust what you say. Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
I don't know what has happened between you guys before, but
You can
I have no
definitely take
reason
my
to
word for
distrust
it,
her.
if anything. Right, Ta?
What?
I've been sober for at least a week now. Like, I'm not
I don't
just
know that. You could have been
saying.
sneaking booze again.
There's definitely an airship about 30 miles out this way.
Or you might be hallucinating.
I will try to persuade.
What
Hey!
the fuck? All right. With sincerity in his eyes
I
that have
actually
never
would've
before
taken
been
off.
seen.
Fuck you, roll 20. Fuck you.
Yeah, there's definitely an airship that direction. I mean, I could waste time scrying on it, but I'm pretty sure it's right there.
Let's go.
I was already gone. As
Yep.
soon as they both saw it, I was gone.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'd probably be right behind. Like fucking.
Well, at least Todd believes us.
Yeah, that's a step in the right direction for you, at least.
Let's just say
I
I
know,
trust
right?
your eyes.
Yeah, I got some good eyes.
What
My
do you snake
eyeballs
eyes
are pretty
see?
nice.
Try not to stare at the sun too long. I heard it gives you sun blindness.
I don't like the sun. It's so bright.
How are we gonna get onto the ship when we get there, guys?
We talked about that.
Was I here when we talked about it?
Yeah,
'Cause I don't
because you
remember.
specifically asked.
Oh, I forgot. 'cause,
Wow.
You know, lots and lots of.
We have the
drugs.
rock token, the feather token.
Okay. So that's gonna carry what, 2 of us?
It depends. Like it'll carry up to 1,000 pounds, 72 miles. So most of us it could take, but we'd be a little bit slower. Or it could take up to 500 pounds, 144 miles. So
Well,
it's
So
really
it could
the
take
issue.
like
It's gonna
you
go
and
straight
Gad
up.
and the rest of us could fly, or
I know this sounds crazy, but what if some of us jumped in the bag of holding?
what?
That is crazy. Actually crazy. Because people would die.
We only have
You
about
got
10
what, about
minutes
10
of
minutes
air in
there and
there.
there?
Yeah, I don't know that.
Well, I could do like a ritual and let everybody breathe water and just
That's
That's
not
gonna-
breathing vacuum. That's water.
There is a
Drink.
finite supply of oxygen, and
Yeah.
right. But you have water bags, right? Like you guys have some like water on you somewhere, right? Because you
Yeah.
drink.
and how much room is still left inside your bag of holding? I'm not asking how much, like what you have inside. Just how much room do you guys have?
I
Yeah,
don't
because
know.
that's
A
the
lot.
thing too.
Did we not stick your friend's body in there
It is.
after I
Yeah,
cast
nobody's
Gentle
going to the
Repose?
Nobody's going to the bank.
Yeah. I mean, I can polymorph a
Go
couple
in the
people.
bag.
It depends on the altitude she's at. We should be fine. We just need to get under her.
So a couple people are on the rock, and then the rest are gonna be flying.
Well, we can ferry the rock back and forth. It lasts for up to 24 hours.
Yeah, but that means a couple people at a time are gonna be there alone with.
Yeah. It's just one person. She's strong, but we can hold for like a minute or 30 seconds or something.
You hope we can.
We can take most of us up there.
Yeah, I think you for sure, and
'Cause
then
you could be shape, right?
yeah, I could be shape.
Yeah.
I was hoping, to be fair, I was hoping to use my displacer ability again, just because I know she uses magic, and my displacer is good against magic. But I wouldn't be able to fly there if I did that.
All right. Sorry about that. It was apparently a paint truck.
Oh,
Apparently, I mean, it didn't look like it was like blown or anything. I'm guessing leaky valve or something. I saw it like kind of running down the curb. It looks like they have it contained, but and it's a little ways up the road. But I figured moving the car is probably a good plan. I don't know what they're gonna do. So if there's like sounds of like big trucks coming through on my mic, I'm sorry.
I was thinking I would
yeah.
polymorph myself instead of using my beast shape. That way I could use my displacer once we get up there.
I think the rock could take myself, Nyx, Zuzia, and Lucian pretty quickly. But then Gad.
I'd be able to carry Gad most likely, depending on
Okay.
the shape I want.
That's
Yeah,
all.
it would depend on the shape and
Giant Eagle would be able to do it, right? Because I've carried Ta as a Giant Eagle.
I
yeah,
am
I would
close
say
to 400 pounds.
How much is Ta?
With all my equipment, about 400 pounds, somewhere around there.
yeah.
So
I would say that would be at your kind of not so much at your limit, but like right. But with Ta, you were slowed down to half speed when you had him.
I
So
don't
keep
think
that
I
in
have
mind.
any other. What?
Um,
Oh fuck!
I would say,
And
yeah, you could definitely carry Gad, but
I'd be
you're
slow.
gonna be slowed down
I'm
a little bit on your flight speed.
387 pounds with a bit of change.
Yeah.
Giant Eagle has a pretty high strength score, but
Yeah. How about this? I'll when you do it, I'll give you a strength check, and
that's
we'll
Giant
see
Eagle.
what that does overall.
Okay.
Fair?
Pretty sure Giant Eagle is +4. Let me double check it.
Okay.
I just so when I do it, we can know for sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pull out my monster manual.
Good old monster manual.
I'm glad I
Druids.
bought it. Like,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't bought it. I've got the PDF, but man, there's
okay, it's
just a
+3,
lot.
which is still
+3.
pretty good.
Okay, yeah. Depending on your roll, we'll kind of see. The max is going to be half speed. You might be able to do better than that.
Okay, which is still 40 feet a second or
mhm.
around. So.
Well, I mean, there are other ways to mitigate half speed, and I know at least a couple of you might have ways to do that.
I know it. Couldn't I have freedom of movement myself?
I also
Oh.
can cast freedom of movement, but I actually don't have it prepared, so no, I can't.
Yes, you could potentially freedom of movement yourself, and then I think you'd be all right if I remember how that spell works correctly.
I'll
That is a
link it
4th
real
level
quick
spell
so
slot.
you-
I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have.
Yeah,
I have
pop it real
lots of
quick. Thank you.
spells.
Okay, it doesn't necessarily say anything about carrying capacity, but I would say as long as it doesn't beat your maximum, then it's okay. But you know, there's always going to be a limit to what you can carry. So
Yeah.
within that limit, it won't slow you down. We'll add that as a thing for that. All right.
If I freedom of movement myself, it'll.
Yeah.
You're saying it'll work. Okay.
Yeah. There are other options, of course, like oh, what is it? I think Ta has one.
Expeditious.
Yeah,
Oh,
like that would work as a bonus action.
Long
to-
strider. I mean, that only increases my speed by 10 feet.
Right, but it would be an extra 10 feet in general. I mean, those are all potential
Maybe
options.
I'll do that instead. I'll long strider instead. Because then
Okay.
I'll still at least get 50.
Okay.
And then I don't have to use a 4th level.
Okay. And then the rock moves at what speed typically?
I don't know exactly what the speed is, other than over the course of a day.
Okay. I can figure that out, I think. Oh, I can just look that up. Yeah, that's right.
I can.
Yeah,
I can
because
be a
it's
smart person.
it's like it can carry 500 pounds, 144 miles over a day, or 1,000 pounds, 72 miles.
Right, and it's got the stats of a rock. So with all of you guys, it's probably gonna be moving at half speed. I think.
Yeah, because anything over 500, I think, is considered half speed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that'll be 60 feet. It has a normal fly speed of 120.
Okay.
Wait, can I be shaped into a rock?
No, it's a monstrosity.
Oh, okay.
CR11 monstrosity.
Hey, if I attack the rock, can I?
You might be able. I don't know if you'd be able to store it because it's a magical rock.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I have no idea. I mean, a nat 20 might do it. I don't know.
I thought at one point he had.
Well,
The ice
I
rocks,
forget.
but he had to give it up.
I had the ice rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
then we
I
never
definitely
fought
had
them
to give it
again,
up.
so he wasn't able to.
Well, we did, but it didn't take.
Yeah, the one that you hit, you didn't meet the DC for,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Didn't store it.
That's the downside. All right. So, what's the plan?
Once
I was
we
already
get
taken
near-
off as soon as they both saw it.
Once we get near, please drop
Okay.
me close. I have two things I need to do. I mean, I'm whispering this into like Bramnick's ear, or like just whispering it to Bramnick. I'm going to try using Bestow Curse and then Gaius.
You would have to, yes, you'd have to reattune to that one
Okay.
because you don't. You still have the displacer, I believe.
I wasn't sure if that was just a free one since it's just kind of a movement thing, or if it was.
No. All of them are going to require a short rest at least.
Right.
Some
okay,
of the more powerful might require more,
Right.
depending.
No problem. No problem.
All right.
I'm gonna tell Gad since he's saying this to me. I was gonna say I was gonna try Gaius as well. So
Oh well, I guess if one of those fails, because if I forego Gaius, I can use Destructive Wave, which does quite a lot of damage.
we'll see what happens when we get up there.
All right.
All right, you let me
Onward.
know.
Okay.
I just need to touch her to cast Bestow Curse.
All right. So you guys take off on horse and donkey back, floating horse and donkey back as you burst along the route. Now, obviously, this thing's moving too. So, last time you guys covered a huge amount of distance on the first day. Today, you're making a pace for about 60 miles, and it would essentially be about 30 miles an hour. But as it's moving slightly too, slowly off to the side, about an hour and I'd say about an hour in, you can all now see it. It's about 5 miles ahead of you in the air, and it's definitely your airship.
How high is it?
Currently, it seems to be cruising at about 1,500 feet.
Okay.
Ish, somewhere in that range from your best guess.
Yeah, that's pretty respectable.
That's
For an
high.
airship.
Airship, yeah. It's actually pretty low for most airships. So you guys can get up to 10,000. And then you have issues with breathing, but
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that.
I mean, we know our airship isn't the fastest though, so we can probably catch up to it with the things that we're gonna use.
yeah, you can see that the sails are definitely out. But you guys have, like I said, made up a decent amount of distance. It's 5 miles ahead of you. Anything you want to do here? Because you guys, but with current pace, and it doesn't seem to necessarily be slowing, you should be there in about 10 minutes,
I'm gonna
maybe
go ahead
maybe
and
15.
cast Long Strider on myself.
Okay.
Does it last an hour?
Okay.
Nix wants to pull out the marble elephant and flip it over really quick and look at the bottom See if there's like a command word for it.
There is okay. So on the bottom, there's an engraving, and it says in. Let's see, that would be. I think it's gonna be. You have Eyes of the Runekeeper, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Eyes of Eldritch Sight.
not
I thought
Runekeeper.
didn't you have the Runekeeper thing so you could read any language?
Yeah, out of character, I swear you could have used Runekeeper before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did
I did.
in Keokrathi.
Yeah. When you were
Hold it
reading
with your
walls
hand
and
on
stuff.
the wall. You could read.
Yeah, it's one of
the
your
text.
Eldritch invocations.
No. That was. I think that's. Hold on.
Comprehend languages.
I
Oh,
think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. It
All
was
right.
a ritual.
What languages
sword.
do you speak?
Fucking. Where's this? Common and primordial.
Okay. This is in a language that looks vaguely primordial, but not primordial. You can't really understand it at the moment.
Okay. Well,
Um,
I can't cast ritual. I'm on a fucking horse, so never mind.
you do recognize the language, though. It's Dwarven.
Oh.
God fucking damn it. One dwarf who can't read Dwarven. Fuck.
You need somebody to read Dwarven?
yeah. Are you saying that out loud? Let's just clarify that.
Yes. Are you
No.
saying that out loud?
No, she's totally saying that in her head. Well, I mean, I don't know. She's a fucking bitch, so probably.
Hey.
I can
Just
read
'cause I can't
Dwarven and
speak
Draconic.
Dwarven. Oh, Gad says he can read Dwarven.
Okay. Nix will hand this to Gad and
I'll
say,
keep it in plain sight. You just turn it over. What does it say?
Okay. It says command word, and then almost like a Dwarven version of a colon, and then it's blank. Giving you the idea that you can actually set a command word on this thing, but it has not yet been set.
Huh. Well, there is no command word set, but if you'd like, you could probably set one. I'm not quite sure exactly how you do that, but yeah, there's no set command word yet, and I hand it back to her.
okay, cool. I'll roll with it. Thank you.
All right.
Would have been
And
interesting,
actually,
that.
as you sort of hold it in your hand with that knowledge, you can kind of tell that if you concentrate on it for about a minute or so, it would accept whatever word you want to give it as a command word.
Oh,
Is that something I could do on horseback? Or would I have to stop?
Yeah, you could do that. It's not a problem. I mean, you'd be
Okay.
concentrating on it, not really concentrating where you're going, so you might want to rely on somebody else just to, keep you good. But I figure somebody would be willing to do that. Maybe.
Yeah, I guess she'll ask if somebody can like hold the reins of her horse really quick. Will she?
Yeah, just lead it for a moment.
Yeah. Except Bramnik, because I don't think he can.
I can't hold your reins. True.
I mean, you could, but then you wouldn't be able to. I mean, you could. I guess you could hold both. And
you probably have pretty good animal handling.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's decent. I'm not like proficient, but it's pretty good. So yeah, if you want me to hold your reins, I'll try.
Okay. And I guess she'll concentrate and what's a really good command word for this? I gotta think of something really good.
Fart sparkles.
There was an old legend of an elephant named Dumbo.
I was gonna say tusk, but that's because of a different game. That elephant is fucking ripped. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah,
That
on our Tuesday
elephant
games
is
we have an
just
abyssal
wrong.
elephant. It's fucking weird. It is currently hauling around our raft pirate ship made out of pallets that we have tied together.
Dope.
Yep.
With a flag made out of a shirt and a piece of shit staff. A
All
pirate
right.
flag. Business reasons.
So I'll set the command word as come forth, elephant.
Okay. Sure. That works for me.
Why
You know
not?
what the command word is, and you guys are definitely closing the distance now. 4 miles, 3 miles, 2 miles. It's certainly, you can see the airship is moving at a decent clip, but I mean, you guys are moving much, much faster.
I think we need to get ahead of it and then fly up, so that way we're not trying to chase it.
Well,
Might
that
work out better for us.
may also
They want to
get us
maintain a blind
spotted.
spot.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
want to
we
stay
may
directly
wanna-
below it.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, you take Gad first, and then we'll catch up with the rock because we have to stop to get on it and stuff. I want you to take off immediately so we can catch up to you.
Okay. Gad, when I say so, grab on tight.
Oh wait, who's got the thing for the horses?
Nyx
I do.
currently has it.
Oh, right. Maybe do that thing to send them back.
Well,
Yeah, so-
I gotta wait for everybody to fucking get off their
Yeah,
horses.
as soon as we stop, like once we're directly under it, maybe like a little bit ahead of it while we're on the ground, but then we're going to be taking off directly under it.
Yeah, once everybody gets off their mounts there, I'll crush the sigil.
Okay.
Gad, I'm basically gonna jump off, transform, and then go. So you need to be ready.
Sure, alright.
And if for some reason we aren't there when you guys get there, just wait directly under the ship.
Okay. Are you guys going to stay low to the ground while flying out there, or?
No, I'm
try
going to
to
try to
fly
stay
up
directly
underneath
under it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, to get to it, right? Because as you stop, it's going to continue moving forward. So
Yeah, that's why I
you
said we
wanna
want to go ahead
underneath?
of it. No, we
Okay.
want to like run on the horses ahead of it and then stop. And then when we take off, I want to be directly under it. So basically letting it like catch up with us once we're ready. And then we take off, basically not going directly straight up, but kind of an angle.
Okay. Fair enough. That works. All right. So, yeah. So you guys close into. I mean, it's above you, 1,500 feet, but from roughly where you'd guess the ground would meet it, right? If it fell directly, you're probably about 2,000 feet from that point, and then moving up. I'm going to. Do. Let's see. Okay, that helps me. All right, so you guys continue. Just ahead of it. How far ahead do you want to go?
Just like probably, well, I guess with the horses, like less than a minute, maybe a minute.
Okay, so you guys actually get about 3,000 feet ahead of it overall. And so, what do you want to do? How are you guys doing this? First two, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna hop off, and I'm gonna save my beast shape, and I'm gonna polymorph myself
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to hop
into
on.
the giant eagle.
All right. So yeah, as you hop off, who's taking the reins for that horse for the moment?
We'll just all stop.
Okay, so
they're
everybody
just gonna
stops.
take
All right.
off, and then yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
Nick's will
Sorry, I
gather
thought you
you.
guys were trying to do this on the run, which is coordination.
No,
like
No,
crazy.
we're getting ahead of
Checks
we're
everywhere.
getting ahead of the ship, and then we're stopping,
Yep.
and then while we're
All right.
stopped, it will be catching up with us, and then when we
Right.
take off, we'll be directly under it.
Okay, perfect. All right, so you guys all sort of hop off. Gad, you get ready to go. Bramnick, you turn yourself into a giant eagle.
Yep.
No problems there. And then Gad, how are you? Are you just gonna pick him up basically and fly him
I'm-
underslung, or
Yeah, like
Yeah, I could do that. It'd probably be.
yeah?
I could like climb on your back. But I'm not sure which would work out better for you. Because if you use your talons to try to grab me, I might slip out. Because I'm pretty heavy.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. Either way, kind of works in a way.
Yeah, sure. Hop on the back.
Okay.
Do you still want me to roll a strength
Yes, I
check?
want you to roll a strength check.
as we pull to a stop, I just want to like shout to those two. Like the first thing we want to do is stop her, and then I'm going to turn to Zuzia. I'm going to say, Zuzia, I actually want you to go sneak below deck and check the main crystal, make sure she hasn't raped something on it, and then come up and help us. And
Okay.
then we're all going to hit her as hard as we can as soon as we clear the deck.
So do
Alright.
you want?
Who's Malay going with?
I
I guess you can go with
Shit.
us.
I want to make sure to give Gad the boots, though we didn't finish discussing that earlier.
Oh,
Okay.
We've had to
Those
attune
would
to
take
it.
a short rest to attune to.
Okay.
thank
Um,
you.
Did you talk about that last night or this morning?
We
It was
we talked a
before
little
we had
bit about it
taken
last
off.
night, but
It was.
oh.
It was. I don't know if it was last night or this morning.
I was supposed to decide what he put on whatever it was that he was giving me, but I honestly can't remember what I want.
Maybe for a favor in future, at least for the moment.
Yeah,
you know,
until I
so-
think of something.
Okay,
Because I know there was something, I just can't remember.
that's fair. All I can think right now is from Gravity Falls, grappling hook. It's running through my head for some stupid
Such a
reason.
good show, though.
Because our rogue in the Tuesday games was always enthused about his grappling hook for whatever reason.
I guess I'll
I'm
put them on,
assuming
but I won't be able to tune to them.
Okay. So you've got that for whenever you hit a short rest, you'll have those boots, no problem. Although it's, they sort of expand to let your foot actually in.
Oh,
So we had an all metal, essentially, one wooden leather boots.
With
Of
frilly
time.
leather boots.
Yes,
That matched
yes.
my cloak. That was why
Yes.
I really wanted them.
Yeah,
but, you know,
right, yeah.
God.
But you
Yeah.
can get some tailored
No.
boots.
I can always
you know.
patch the armor back on top of it and put it underneath.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So, so you two, Bramnik and Gad, you take off, flying, low to get underneath, and then start flying up. Everybody else.
We'll all dismount.
You
I'll
get
have
a fire
things
spell. You
call
get a
back
fire
the
spell.
horses so they don't get freaked out. As soon as the
Fair
rock pops
enough.
into
I
existence.
figured Nyx would like round them up and stuff since she has the crystal
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you guys are all stopping pretty much. All right. Let's see. Your normal, yeah, that doesn't make the DC. So whatever half
Yeah.
plus DC plus long stride
Half
is.
would be 40, so
Okay. So 50. Yeah.
yeah, okay.
All right. Yeah. Unfortunately, it wasn't that high of a DC, but at the same time, it was. It is what it is. Okay. Everybody else making. So you sort of pull the black sigil gem thing out, crush it, and all of the horses sort of turn to you for a second, and then almost in unison sort of turn back towards Kiokrati and begin running at actually slightly faster pace now that they're not carrying any extra weight, and they take off.
How are they going to feed themselves?
Well, that's half the fun, isn't it? We'll see.
I figured it would just teleport them back, whatever that
Nope.
thing was.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
too worried. They could probably outrun
Nyx-
almost any
They,
predator.
they can eat grass. They're fine. They're
They
horses.
could eat out of each other's satchels. They don't have to.
Oh
There's
my
that.
god.
Zuzia's just staring at
let's
them,
focus.
questioning.
Let's focus.
Yeah, Nyx waits for a second. Bye.
How does this? What are the
I'm
mechanics?
gonna just toss the feather token into the air and let not like high into the air, just like right in front of us, and let the rock
Yep.
appear.
So a rock appears in front of all of you, and it's big, it's mean, but it looks down at Utah as you were the one that tossed it, and sort of bends down a little bit to accept anyone on that you want on.
I'm gonna have Melee jump on my back, I guess, because she's not with you,
Okay.
right?
Right.
Bramnik? Okay, yeah, I'll have her jump on my
I
back.
should have taken her.
I'll
with
just
me.
do a fist bump with her and say, "Hey, I'm gonna get you to the tree heart, and then I want you to, well, do whatever you feel is best, but make sure that the ship stays in the air."
She sort of nods in understanding and kind of realizing that right now, this is kind of important, for lack of a better way to put it. So that.
And while we're on our way up, I'm gonna just tell Bramnik, you may want to hold off casting your Gaius until I get that bestow curse
Caw,
on her by touch.
caw,
Okay, so we're gonna move maps here. Let's see. You can see
Alright,
the
yep.
shadow of the ship, the underside, and I want you guys to set up right over here.
I don't know. Do you have a eagle form for me?
I'm just gonna make you big.
Okay.
I'll
I'm
just put
probably
you
not
up
going to
here.
stay in it very long, so it probably doesn't
No.
matter. but-
I'm gonna make you big though, and that makes life easy. That way we know what is who and where and all that good stuff. So let me. We're gonna use an ice rock because I don't have a good. I didn't find a really good rock picture.
That's
Actually,
fine.
no, I do have one. Never mind.
I'll turn
There we
everybody
go.
and say I think that I think Bramnick said that there was like the sails were at full
my God.
tilt or something magical going on there. So there could be like air elementals or something we need to worry about as well. Obviously, we know the priority here.
That is
All right,
colorful.
so there's
That'll
Beautiful.
you guys.
instruct the rock to take us up
Please
to the
open.
ship, stay directly below it, and then we're gonna go up like basically vertical, like up the side once we get underneath of it, and then
Okay.
just drop us all off, and then it can, because it can't fight, so it can do whatever for the rest of its day.
Right.
As long as, the token has to be back with me though. So
Yeah.
actually, I'll tell it to once we get dropped off, I'm going to say to circle below the ship and catch anybody if they fall.
Okay, that works.
Any of us that's here.
that's fair.
Well, including you two guys. Like it sees you, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So, you guys take off. I'm gonna say for the purposes of this, we're gonna start. You guys are about 500 feet off the ground and sort of rising up underneath it in what you are guessing at least is considering you guys have flown the ship, sort of the blind spot. I want as these guys are sort of going all out, I want everybody that's riding really quickly. Make me a dexterity save on the way up.
Oh boy.
This is why I was going to carry
Yep.
you with my talons instead of having you on my back.
God damn it.
I also
Um,
have a plus
Fuck
2.
you, roll
Do I have
20.
advantage on that?
You have advantage on.
It's not a magical.
I don't think I do.
I don't think you do necessarily.
You
on
have
that
pretty
one,
high dex though.
I know. I was just making.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
actually an 18 for me with my shield too.
Okay. Yeah,
Wow.
Zuzia, you're fine. Okay.
I
You're
wasn't
riding
worried.
like a surfboard. All right. You don't even use your hands. You're just sort of like standing there. Lucian, however, is having some difficulties and begins to sort of slip off the side. Somebody wants to try to catch him, they can. Let's see.
Yeah, Raven.
All right. At this point, Gad also slips off the side, and
I'll
Bramnick, you're gonna want to try to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to.
Okay, in that case, give me just a straight dex check with the eagle to get yourself
shit.
underneath him.
I should
If
probably
you're gonna do it that way.
check that.
And if somebody wants to try to grab Lucian before he falls 500 feet,
Okay.
you can do that.
Do I need to roll something for that?
Just be athletics to kind of grab him. He's kind of a heavy guy with his armor and all.
Yeah.
That's enough. It's enough to get him. It's exactly the number to get him.
Yay.
If it was a 14, he's fallen, or you're falling with him. So, yeah.
It's
All
okay,
right.
I'll just carry the whole team.
All right, 17's enough. You sort of reorient as you guys sort of because you guys were kind of flying along, underneath them, and then they all both birds essentially. You have to kind of go up at a very steep angle, so everybody kind of had to make sure they were in the right spot. But you guys now close 500 feet, 400 feet underneath, 300 feet, 200 feet, 100 feet. Getting closer and closer as both of you begin to level off. Both the Rock and Bramnick begin to level off, gliding up at a slightly slower pace now that you're within 100 feet. What is it that you guys want to do here?
Can I spot anything odd around the ship? Something that seems out of place?
from where you are underneath, give me a perception with the eagle eyes things. Eagle's perception.
Jesus.
Or no, it doesn't change your
It doesn't
give me
change my
perception.
perception.
Yeah.
It's just I just get
Yeah.
advantage at this point.
Yep. Go for it.
So
We'll see if you
22.
notice. Okay. I'm gonna put you up kind of further ahead on the ship, and they're gonna be kind of back here. So think of it like in the order over here, but you're under the ship, which is why I
As
put
we're
it together like
as we're
this.
approaching, I'd actually point to him. I want them to go on the right side, the starboard side of the ship, and then we're going to come up on the port.
Okay. I'll move you guys here in just a second. But you do notice as you're coming up that whether through air or whatever, one of your ballista turrets sort of like jinks around for a second, sort of bobbing back and forth. But that's about all you see.
Huh.
So
I'll be
we'll
weary
go
of the-
port side and starboard side.
I just like almost want it to do like a barrel roll over the ship, like basically just go straight up the port side, and then like all of us jump off, and then it'll just kind of like continue around and go back underneath, so it's not spending much time above the deck.
Okay.
That's almost too cool.
Okay. I'm gonna put this.
As I see him move up, I'll take that as a sign that I need to go up as well. And
Okay. Okay. So, I guess here goes nothing. You guys are
Nice
you
knowing you
ready?
guys.
Is there anything? I'm gonna give you a last chance here. Is there anything you guys want to do here at the sort of last one before you go up?
Hold
I'll
on.
cast Expeditious Retreat on myself.
Okay.
I want to cast Dispel Magic into the cabin.
oh,
Inside of the cabin?
Yes, it's got a 120-foot range.
Is that going to do anything bad to like the tree heart or anything? Or is it just a living
We'll
thing?
find out.
Oh, God damn it.
Let's see.
I mean, there is the catalyst thing in there that you have to stand on to.
That's
support the
true.
ship.
I thought it was like a mechanical thing.
There's a mechanical and a magical piece to it. You can do it either way. Mechanical's less refined.
All right, I'm not over there. I don't know what's going on.
Wait, hold
All
on.
right.
Choose any creature, object, or magical. Okay, so can I see her?
Not yet. You guys are starting to come up the sides.
I plan
Okay.
on getting you close to the cabin so you can get within range of her rather quickly, though.
Yeah, I want to hold my, I guess, like, my reaction until when I see, like, actually have eye-to-eye contact with whoever's driving the airship to cast Dispel Magic.
Okay.
I'm gonna ready a slow spell.
Okay.
So I doubt it'll
You
do
are
anything.
currently concentrating on said slow spell. Which is how that works. All right, so here is what happens. As you guys come up top, I want Bramnik,
Mhm.
and I mean, well, actually, no. Yeah, Bramnik, I'm gonna give you a shot at this. Give me a stealth check with the eagle to kind of do it sneakily. The Rock does not have a chance of doing this sneakily. He's fucking huge, and there's a lot of people on him. Okay, 9. All right, that works. As you guys come up top, you clear the deck, and are coming up. You guys are coming up together on either side, right?
Mhm.
All right. Let me see if this works better. Nope. Where did that go? Make sure it's not playing. All right. So as you guys come up, here's what you see. Actually, this is going to be. Oh, okay. Here goes. As you come up, the Bramnik, you don't see anything inside of the cabin.
Oh shit.
Oh.
However, you do see as you come up 2 metal humanoids on the deck. Alana looks over at all of you, specifically towards Nyx, and says, "I've been expecting you. Nice to see you. But I really must be going, and I know you've come a long way, and I hope you've had a nice trip. And cast Dispel Magic on the rock.
Oh fuck.
The rock instantly
Wait.
begins to drop. It's yeah.
Can I do counterspell?
You
Or
can
is that-
totally do
Has a
counterspell if you're fast enough. Yeah, you can counterspell it. Go for it. It's gonna be a 3rd level spell, and it's a 3rd level spell. You're golden. All right, so you counterspell the rock disappearing.
Oh,
But
another power surge.
I think. Let me get rid of all that stuff. There we go. We're gonna need this turn order here in a second. But as you guys come up, you can see 2 metal monstrosities and both of your ballista turrets. One turning towards you, Bramnick, and another turning towards the group on the rock. You can see wisps of what almost look like figures moving this ballista turret. It's already got a bolt loaded. And now we're rolling initiative. Let's do it.
Oh, did I not have a chance to cast Dispel Magic on her?
You can certainly try.
What are you trying to dispel?
Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to dispel necessarily.
Oh, it does say that, doesn't it?
Yeah, you have to pick something to dispel. Like if you've got something to dispel, I'm happy to.
Oh, no, yeah, fair. Okay, yeah, I won't. I guess
Excellent.
I'm not doing that then. That's.
Okay. Behind Alana, you can see what looks like this large box, frozen. All right, let me get these guys in. This will be 1.
There's actually a +1 to my initiative, so it should be a 4.
Okay. Let me
Right.
get you here.
But does my initiative change if I'm in B shape? Because it's based off of dex,
yes.
right? So.
Yes. So I'll turn that into a
wasn't
4.
I was paying attention, but I wasn't like paying enough attention to click. Like, because I was thinking about I need to craft my shadow blade. I had said it, but I was muted.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll say
Yeah.
as you guys sort of did that initial thing, I'll say you could have crafted your shadow blade in that time.
Yeah, I had. Yeah. Oh, that's a low initiative.
All right, so you have a shadow blade out.
Looking at the wisps things, would I have any idea what the hell they are?
Make me an Arcana check.
If they're magic, I'm gonna cast the spell magic on those instead. Specifically the one manning the ballista.
Well, there's 2. There's 1 on each.
Aiming at Bramnick.
Okay. They appear to be unseen servants. But yes, your dispel magic versus an unseen servant. Unseen servant's like a level 1, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. Okay. Immediately one disappears and the other moves up to take its place. All right. We are now in initiative count. I'm going to go ahead and roll for Mr. Rock here just to get him an initiative for picking up all of you guys as things happen. So let's get him on the list. There we go.
Wow.
Nice. Good, because I wanted him to move us over the deck initially anyway.
Yeah.
Very nice.
All right. Well, you don't want to see what my screen looks like right now because there's a lot of shit here. But let's do this.
Okay.
So, first up, Lucian. Slow. All right.
Centered about here. Ish.
Okay, there we go.
40-foot
Yeah, it
cube.
should get everybody, I think. Said 20-foot radius?
Yes. 40 foot
yes.
across.
40 foot.
40 foot across? 40 foot cube. Okay, that cube was important. All right. So you set the bottom of the cube at the deck and yeah, all right. So that will work. Okay, let's roll some saves. Jesus. Actually, no. As you cast that,
Yeah.
yeah, she's counterspelling you. What level
gonna-
of spell is that?
Third.
Third.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna auto fail. So the slow fails. Yeah, she's not having any of that.
Can I counterspell her counterspell?
It is a
Uh,
reaction,
Yeah.
but that's a DM call.
Oh shit!
You
Pro wizards.
But
That's
you
great.
could have
one already.
if you hadn't already used counterspell.
And it is his turn again, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he not get?
You
his
know what?
reaction back?
For insanity's sake,
Try it.
yeah, but I'm gonna say for this, because you're counterspelling a counterspell on a spell that you already cast that you were concentrating on, I'm gonna have you roll an Arcana check. And it's gonna be
Okay.
a rough one against her.
I believe in you.
All right.
Come on, roll 20. Don't fuck me over.
Nice.
Okay.
Not bad.
Okay. I
The
think I'm just
fastest
gonna
spell
have her
slinger
do
in the
an
West.
Arcana check versus your Arcana check, and we're gonna see what happens. I won!
Oh.
Okay. So, the slow does go off. Now I need to roll a lot of saves. All right.
Oh man.
Well,
D&D, everybody.
welcome to D&D, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to D&D. All right, so that is a wisdom save, yes?
For the slow.
I believe it's a wisdom. Yes. Succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
So this will be Alana, and she has advantage. 14. Not good enough.
Nope. 17.
She's. You know what? Slow is not what she has in mind. She's going to use a resistance and break it.
Okay.
First mech. 13. Not good enough. Second one. 5.
Oof.
And I don't know if the unseen servants can beat that beat your DC. It's what, a 17?
Yeah.
Let me double check very quickly, but I don't even know
The
that
only
they
stats
can.
on a servant that are known are like they have a -2 modifier to strength. Or
Yeah.
they have a 2 strength.
Let me double check, because if it doesn't say anything, then I just assume it's a 10. Right? Just a base.
There you go.
Yeah, I got it here. Okay. Yeah, it's just going to be a d20 for each one. Okay, starting from the left. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got them all,
Yay.
except for Alana.
That's okay.
Nice.
All right. So that makes things a little bit of a pain for me, but that's okay. Anything else? You could try to jump it. You're about 5 feet off the edge.
He can only affect up to 6 creatures, so
Okay, so you got to pick
Yeah.
your 6 because there's 3.
Just pick one
6,
you don't
8.
want.
Pick 2 you don't want. You attempted to affect Alana and it failed, but you have to pick your initial 6. So
This one. And let's go this one.
okay, so that's 5 total. You get 1 more of the unseen servants.
Unless you wanted to grab one of the large, like
I
two
think
of the
he was
next.
saying those were the 2 he wasn't gonna affect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let's. Okay, so
So that's
not
1,
that one.
2,
So
3,
well,
4,
let me do
So,
some slow tokens
one?
here. Yep.
2.
Yep.
3. 4. 5.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we got them all. Allotted. But yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
I'd like to clarify something just for
Sure.
whatever might happen in the next 2 minutes.
Yeah.
We had discussed this a long time ago, but the ballista, as I understand it, cannot point at our own deck. It's more of like a 90-degree, like 180
Yes.
degrees total to the side. Okay.
It's 180 degrees, so it's
Just
like
wanted to clarify.
there to there.
Yeah.
And then there-ish. I'd say it would have like a converging point. It's a little
Yeah,
more than
that's fine.
180 degrees, but yeah. to kind of out this way.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
it
just-
can't
just
can't
one
quite
type.
hit its own deck.
Good.
All right. So here we go. The Rock's turn. Unless, Lucian, you have anything in particular you want to do at the end there after your spell.
Mm,
I don't
No.
know if you have anything you can do, but I mean, you could try to jump it or something. I don't know.
no, with the way roll 20's rolling,
All right. So the Rock's turn. What do you want the Rock to do? It will.
I was gonna have it basically like roll over the top, so it basically unloads everybody, and then like right on top of the deck, and then
Okay,
keeps going
so
underneath to circle.
All right. So it sort of looks over where it can and can't maneuver, considering its size. Here's what's going to happen. It follows your order as best it can. It comes up. That's its route, and it's going to drop you all right here. I need every single person, as it does this at speed, to make me a dexterity saving throw. And then this thing is going to sort of drop down.
yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
That's +3, so it's 8. So it's still
Okay.
good.
Roger that. So that'll be Zuzia. I need one from you, and do one from Mile. She's usually fine,
She like springboards off my back,
right?
smacks me.
She lands on top of you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Her dexterity save. Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah, that's exactly what
What the hell?
She's actually only has a +3, so she rolled a 19 on that. That was pretty good. But yeah, she lands fine. Ta. Roll me. Ta and Lucian, rather. Roll me, actually, I'll just roll it here. This is both of you. You each take 2 points of falling damage, which isn't much, but, you know, it's there.
Oh, jeez.
But Zuzia, Nyx, and Mile are fine. Meanwhile, so the rock then begins to descend. I'm going to say for the purposes of this, it hasn't descended yet.
Oh wait, do I need to check concentration since I took 2 damage, or is that like for taking a hit from an enemy?
It would be concentration check if you're focusing on a spell. Yes.
Yeah, because I've got
It's
expeditions
DC
too.
10.
Okay.
It's not too hard.
What's
You say that.
Well, that's
Constitution?
Constitution, right?
Well, Constitution. Yep.
Saving throw.
Oh,
Yep.
Constitution
Okay.
save.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
Yeah,
Lucian's
I'm
got
pretty
it.
good at those.
Yeah. Both of you guys are good. All right. No problems. All right. So the rock has now gone across because it was carrying you guys. He really can't go down yet. That'll happen next turn. I'm actually going to give him an extra, like, 2 out this way. He's going to sort of swing down underneath. We're going to use this spot over here for the bottom of the ship. All right? That's just going to keep everything nice and clean. So, this mechanized thing carrying a great axe and a, there's like a, it's odd. There's like this large protrusion from its left arm, like somebody had taped like a telescope to it or something. It's very, very strange.
Oh no.
But it sort of notices all of you, and it's going to move 5 feet and can only take 1 attack action, I believe. So it's going to, and it's sort of dragging this battle axe behind it, right, in one hand. It reaches out this other arm in front of him and points it at all of you. So all of a sudden, this loud, cacophonous crack sound happens. This isn't a DC. This is just an attack roll. Does a 13 hit anyone in this group?
Maybe
It's mine.
Meets yours? Okay, and
Meets
it's
the
gonna hit melee as well.
No.
So as this hand mortar goes off, anyone with 13 or lower takes 12 fire damage.
ouch.
Oh, 6.
I need to make a Constitution save for melee. Okay. melee, being made mostly out of wood, is set on fire.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
So
Shit.
that is, however, the end of its turn. It's going to make its wisdom save. 14, not good enough.
Nope.
All right, Ta, you're up.
Okay. This is gonna get fucking weird.
All right, weird is good.
So-
Weird is good.
Yeah. Off of my belt, I'm gonna pull off the Rust Monster card, and I'm gonna throw that shit right in front of Zuzi and next to this thing.
Okay, let me go dig out a rust monster. Jesus. All
Oh
right,
my god, no. I'm staying the fuck away from that thing.
A what?
Rust monster.
It's a Rust Monster. Basically, it fucks up metal. Essentially,
Okay, that makes
non-magical
sense.
metal, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just wanted to clarify.
So
That's
one
about
more
as
sheet
much as I
added
know.
to my. I need
Yeah.
3 screens. Is what I need right now.
Three
Okay.
screens. would be
Use your
nice.
phone, use your
Three
phone.
monitors.
Oh,
I agree.
okay, so it pops out. I'm gonna go ahead and roll initiative for it real quick.
All right.
Every good
So
person
it'll
that
be
lives
11.
on their computer should have 3 monitors.
I would spring for one, but I don't have the space.
I would totally have 3 monitors if I had the money to get another monitor, but I used to have 3 monitors, but one of them kind of broke, and I just haven't really replaced it ever since. I should, and I probably will, eventually.
I have a third monitor, but its resolution is like totally different than my other 2, so I'm like, yeah, no.
All right, fair enough. So it is now up. I need you to make me a charisma check to hold control of this monster.
Yep, super good at
Oh
those.
boy.
Please,
Really good at those.
please, Saber.
that's not
No.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
That's not great.
We'll worry
Of
about that
course.
when we worry about that.
Oh no.
Well, it's like as I'm doing it, just because I wouldn't know if it succeeds or not, I would point at those 2 mechs and say attack those 2, like feast on the whatever it does with metal. I don't know. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
like,
I got you. I
or
got
attack
you.
those.
All right.
But then for my no, because I'm not done yet. That wasn't
Yeah.
my
Oh
turn.
yeah. Go ahead. That would
Um,
have been your. I don't remember what that was.
That was just my action.
Yep,
So
right.
then I'm assuming melee is still on my back. I hope.
Melee
the
has
plan.
sort of jumped. She's slightly off, I would say. I think Lucian. I think
Would
it's kind of like
want to be able to
that,
like grab
actually.
her because I'm trying to move her to the tree heart as quick as I can get there.
Okay, yeah, you can
So-
totally grab her.
Yeah, so I want to grab her and then like use like just run to the cabin essentially, and then use my bonus action to get a dash for the movement.
Keep in mind,
Okay,
she is
so-
on fire.
yes.
I know. Like once I get to it, then I'll try and put her out. But that
Uh,
requires an action or whatever.
okay, so you move where you want to go. You are at speed carrying melee just because she's
Okay.
bulky. Well, bulkier than she used to be anyway. But yeah,
So half speed.
carrying is one of those things. So half speed. Yep. Go wherever it is you want to go. I'll bring melee with you.
Okay. Then I guess with dash, I'd still get my full 25
Okay.
of normal speed, so it should be there
Yeah.
with me.
So I'll move her there. However,
He is slowed. He shouldn't have a reaction.
he doesn't. No.
Oh, sweet.
But
the
the
other thing
rust
does.
monster does.
Yeah.
It's 10, unfortunately. Okay, and let's see here. Oh, I should have used that one, but that's okay. Whatever, it's fine. All right, that brings us to Nyx.
Since this dude over here is slowed, she's gonna run over and hit him with the shocking grass.
Okay.
Ooh, which I think has advantage if he's metal.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Hold on.
Typically, yes,
Hold
but
on.
That is
yeah,
hey, roll
you
just
can
to
do
see,
it.
just in case for a 20.
See if you get the nat 20. No. All right. So as you reach out, the electricity leaping from your hand into this metal being in front of you, you notice it fizzles out really quickly. Seems to only take some damage from lightning. But
Okay.
that brings us to. Do you have anything else, by the way? Because you do have a bonus action available.
I have
And
like
the rest of your movement.
things to do.
All right. You also have the rest of your movement.
Oh wait, then yeah, I guess she'll probably move back here. Oh, nah, over here.
Okay. Bring us to the rust monster. It will run up after Utah.
Oh, but
Actually.
it had a giant like metal man next to it.
Yeah, well, he's
That's
more
unfortunate.
interested in the person who was trying to control it.
Yeah, whatever.
It's going to.
No,
wonder
he's
if I can-
mean. Oh
I wonder if I
no.
can still do that.
Can Susia take an opportunity attack against it?
Yes. Zizzy, you can attack it if you want
Okay.
to with your. And because you haven't gone yet, you could add sneak attack, but you can attack it with a melee weapon.
Okay.
So your shadow blade or a dagger, whatever.
Okay. I want to attack it with my dagger of venom then.
Okay. That will hit. And if you want to add sneak attack to that one, you can.
Oh,
All
man.
right, 22. Do you want yeah, you just got to remember that you have the other con thing if you want to use it now, but there are other targets around, so I don't know, it's up to you. The poison that it has, the once a day poison.
Oh, it's only once a day for the poison? Okay. That's
Yeah,
good to
yeah.
know. I
Yep.
couldn't remember about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to.
I have a lot of stuff to remember this week, so.
Yeah, no worries. If you want to use it, you can. You can choose to hold out and use it on one of the
What
other
is it
targets
that
if you
I'm
want.
stabbing? One of these metal guys?
Yeah,
No,
the
the
red one.
rust monster.
Oh, the rust monster. Gotcha.
Yeah, it
gotcha.
seems to be going
yeah.
after Ta.
Yeah, I want to try to poison rust monster.
All right, sure. Go for the Constitution or roll the poison damage. It's in there somewhere.
Where are you? Oh, there it is.
Okay, DC 16 poison.
15.
All right. All right. Let's see how this does. Okay. So as this thing takes off, it gets to about there. And you manage to get it to fall flat on its face.
Nice.
It is
What a weak ass rust monster. What the fuck?
Yeah, but if it was able to hit its targets that it was supposed to, it would have done quite a bit.
Yeah, it would have
Yeah.
been fucking awesome against some mechs.
That actually brings us to your turn, Zuzia.
Okay. Well, Tal had asked me to go look at the crystal.
Right.
Yep.
Do you still want me to do
Read up
that?
Anything. I mean, yeah. I guess
Okay.
you would have a brief amount of time to talk, so I'd say yes. Like, I just want to make sure she doesn't have like a bomb attached to the crystal.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you're gonna take off downstairs, I guess, is a choice.
Yeah, she's like the quickest out of any of us. So
Yeah.
Right.
Which side was the staircase on? I can't remember.
it's
go
well,
down,
no,
yeah.
it's inside.
Right.
It's
The
inside,
only
so
one,
you're
yeah,
gonna-
the only one
you're
that
gonna
goes
wanna-
down is inside.
Yeah. So you're gonna want to go kind of the way Ta is to get into the cabin and then go downstairs.
Okay.
And you can totally do that if you want to make it a couple of attack or an attack before you do. You can, or you can just like triple dash it if you want.
I just want to go straight there.
Okay, so for the purpose of this, you're not falling. You're just over here. 'Cause actually, this is just going to help me figure out your range. Let me do this here. Stealing your thing. All right, so there's 35. Okay, so if
Well,
you're
the
triple
main
dashing,
crystal-
you can get there.
The main crystal was in the back.
Oh yeah, the main crystal.
So she
Okay,
get
so that's
there
actually not so
in-
bad. It's
in the dash.
like 50 feet or so, 60 feet. Yeah, with a single dash, you can get there. So I'm gonna put you down here, just because I don't have an interior for this particular fight. Give me an investigation. Okay, looking over the crystal, you notice a couple of odd like somebody had taken almost like a marker or something, like lines on it, almost for measuring. Maybe is what you can think of, but that's about it. There's nothing weird on it that you can see.
All right.
Okay. So I think if you use your bonus action to dash, you still have an action.
Mhm.
And
I
10
just
feet
don't
of
know what you
movement.
and 10 feet of movement. Yeah.
Well, I want to go back up
Okay.
and I guess like be beside
So-
Tar.
If you were here, hold on.
or wherever.
Yeah, you can kind of come up to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, so I'm like,
So I'm gonna put you like kind of right here. This way I know where you are. You're actually right there, but you're underneath. So, all right. So you kind of come up a little bit. Actually, you could then dash again and get out if you wanted. 'Cause that
Yeah.
gives you an extra 30 feet. All right.
because I want to be beside Toss so I can tell him what I saw.
All right. I'll say that's actually about 15 feet of movement. You have 15 left. You come up. You can say to Ta whatever you want to say to Ta. Quickly.
Okay, hey Todd, it just looks like they marked it on it.
That could be really bad.
Well, okay, that's what I saw.
Yeah, we don't have much time to talk, so it's really short.
Nope. Yep.
Yeah, that's all
All
I
right.
said.
All right, and then you have 15 feet of movement, so you can make your last 15. Sorry, I just wanted to take control while you were underneath, so I could make sure I knew where you were.
Yeah.
But yeah, from here you have an extra 15 feet of movement if you want to use it.
Probably.
Fair enough.
So these metal guys are bad guys too, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
far as you
Everything
know.
on here that isn't us is bad.
The green ladies behind me, the lady in front of you, or what? Who's in front
That's
of me?
melee.
Okay, okay.
You're fine.
Then I want to move right there.
Okay. That works. All right, that brings us to the second mech. Grab his. All right. He's an interesting individual. So he is going to, considering all the this particular situation, where's his movement range? All right, yeah, he's going after Lucian. He moves up to there. He is going to, yeah, he's gonna go ahead and you notice like he has these long, thin arms with these large claws on them, and he's gonna strike out at you, Lucian.
Okay.
So enjoy this. He only gets one attack, so there's that. But 22.
I'm gonna use Arcane Deflection, bumping
Okay.
my 8. Wait. Oh, still won't hit, or still will hit.
Okay.
Never mind. Okay.
All right. He strikes out, and so you take 8 slashing and 3 lightning damage, or 6 and 3, so 9, and a Constitution save for DC 10. Okay, yeah, you make that, and that will end its turn. So it's going to go ahead and make its Wisdom save. Well, that was pretty bad. All right, that brings us to Gad.
I am going to hold my Bestow Curse until Bramnik gets me to Alana.
Okay. Works for me. That brings us to the woman herself, Alana. Let me see here. Where is everybody in relation to her? Okay. The rock out there. All right. So she is going to yeah, you guys are gonna kind of be in for it now. Here goes nothing. She does not like you, Lucian. She really does not like you. You can see she actually takes a step forward. Now this is what, 10 feet off the ground, so sort of looks down at you, Lucian. Brings out 2 fingers, points them in your direction, says, "I'd rather never see you again. I need you to make me a DC dexterity save."
Oof.
Holy fuck.
Oh.
Oh no!
I now need you to make me a hell of a Constitution check.
Wow.
I think that makes it.
It's half damage,
Just-
or half of the
You did
damage
not make the
taken, right?
dexterity save. That's 35 force damage.
Yeah, he made it.
But you do maintain concentration on the slow for now. You can see she's starting to like snarl in your general direction. She's not a happy individual right now. Let's see. It's an action. And she actually pulls out her longsword. But that will be her turn. That brings us to Bramnik.
All right. I'm going to fly 5, 10, and I'm above her. I
Okay.
think. So I don't know how, probably 10 feet above her.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shake what's his face off my back.
As soon as
Okay.
as soon as we're within like just above her, I'm gonna drop off, then hit her with
Okay.
bestow curse and choose to weaken her wisdom saving throw for her ability scores.
Okay, hold on here. Let's succeed on a wisdom. All right, so it is a wisdom save.
Spell save 15.
Okay.
Her wisdom's really high, and she has advantage.
16.
Ah, fuck.
She just makes it.
But then after I drop him off, I'm gonna then move 15, swooping down. I'm gonna try to grab this guy.
Okay, go ahead and make me an athletics check versus
So,
which mech is it? All right, it'll be athletics versus athletics.
Not bad. Oh,
He rolled a nat 1.
Well,
And
he's
I'm
gonna
gonna-
plus 9.
fly over, and I'm gonna drop him the fuck off the ship.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Like
you
gravity
go ahead
sorted
and
out.
drop him. This is going to be interesting.
I'll fly out probably a little further, so that way it's harder for him to like reach
Okay.
out and grab
To
the
here?
ship. Yeah.
Here, and you drop him. Okay. That works.
Let's see. I gotta do some counting now. I'm gonna move back to where I was so I can figure out how far I actually moved.
Okay.
So I was where here. So
Mhm.
5, 10. I dropped him off, so that
Mhm.
would that increase my speed at that point back
Yes.
to 90.
Typically it would be 90, but you use 10, so it's 20 down. So you have 70 feet.
So 70. So then,
70 until you pick him up.
right?
How much do you have there?
I would have had 60, or I would have had
No.
50 left, 55 left once I picked him up.
So you'd have basically 25 left for all intents and purposes.
After I dropped him off from here.
After you picked him up. When you picked him up,
Oh,
you would have had 25 left because it's half speed again. These things are heavy.
5, 10, so I'd have 35 left.
That
Or
is not
nine.
5, that's 10. 5, 10, 15. You don't move your full token size for 5 feet of movement.
Oh yeah, I'm tripping out here. Okay, yeah. Drop him off. How much? I'm so confused on how
Let's
much.
do
speed I
this. Let's
have
do
left.
this. I'll do it really quick. So to here, that's
That's
actually
basically
worth
30 feet.
Yeah, so initially it's okay, so 30, 35, and then you kind of came up to here. And then to there. You don't have enough to drop him off there. You can pick him up.
How? I could.
Because
still
your
drop him
initial
off
one
if
was-
I was here,
so-
right? I could move here and still drop him, right?
So here. You started here, right? That's 15 feet to drop Gad right where he is. Okay? So that's worth 30 feet of your movement. From there, so you've got 30 down. You're
So
back
that's
up to
60
90 or
left.
whatever, but you've got 60 there. To get up to this guy is 40 feet. That is 40 feet plus 30. That's 80 feet.
Wait, what?
No.
But he
It'd
dropped
be
me off. He
15.
should have
I'd
his full movement.
So I'd have
Oh, yeah.
60 left. So then by the time I picked him up, I'd have 40 left. So I'd have 20 feet of movement. I could
Right.
get there and drop him. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure. That works.
But then I couldn't move anymore. So
Yeah,
then
you can't move anymore.
But then
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay. Initiative round 20. Considering everything, those are already set, so we're gonna do this. Bramnik, you're up first for the fun times.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh,
Your
shit.
first shot, does a 12 hit you?
I think so. Double checking. No, it does not.
Okay.
I have a 13 AC.
Lucky you, man. Second one, all right, that does not hit the rock. And the other ones will take their single actions to attempt to reload the ballistas, which, because there are enough of them, they do. Lucian, you're up.
Okay.
Okay.
Is the ship still moving?
Yes.
Okay. Never mind on that. That won't work. I'll attack the thing right in front of me.
Okay.
God damn
8 does not hit it, no. Even with the -2 AC.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. All right, anything else?
it. Yeah, I'll move down to here.
Okay. That'll bring us to the Rock's turn, and he's going to fly downward underneath the ship. Currently underneath, ready to catch stuff if need be. That'll bring us to the mech that you just dropped. In the process of him dropping, so this is going to be a little bit weird, but you see both of these mechs move in concert to a certain extent. This mech simply sort of crouches down and then jumps into the air. As I'm going to move you just for a second, the mechs flip places. And that one down there now is going to reach up and try to grab you. So that'll be, I'm going to make that in athletics, I suppose.
How far would he have already fallen before he was able to do that?
It's usually 60 feet per round.
Mhm.
Considering you dropped him and it wasn't a full round, I figured 30 feet.
Okay.
And he can jump that high.
Well, technically, he couldn't drop him because picking him up would have been his action, right?
Dropping is not dropping something's a free action
Oh, okay. Just checking. Sorry.
typically.
But
so I see
if they were
something from
So
the other
he's
game.
jumping in the air?
He's
I'm
jumping
confused.
in the air. He jumped in the air here, and then they flip places. He maintains
So
his
he-
momentum, and he's going to try to grab you.
What?
from where he was being. Okay, yeah.
You think
Just,
about
I'm
it.
sorry.
like
I'm just
playing
confused
with
from a
portals.
physics standpoint.
Okay, here's what happens. He was
He
where
can
this
go
guy
in
is now,
and comes out.
and jumped as high as he could, and he can jump a ridiculous height. Both of them then flipped places, maintaining their momentum. He impacts the ground. He's going to take a bit of damage for that, and I'm not going to get there yet, but in just a second. He, on the other hand, is now flying upwards at you, Bramnik.
Alright,
And he's
gonna
going to
try
attempt
grapple me?
he's actually no. He's going to attempt to grab you and then jump on your back.
Okay.
So,
I'll roll a dex then to avoid
sure, and
being
it's going to be
grabbed?
versus his dex, because that's what he's not even really trying to hold on to you. He's trying to get on top. He's gonna try to go his dex versus yours,
Oh well, I rolled a 1, and he rolled a
and
nat
he rolled a
20,
26.
Wow.
So he is now on top
Wow.
of you. So let's put him to front. There we go. And he is now on top of you, and that's sort of his thing. That's all he can really do. But because of the weird physics of this, I'm just going to kind of do that for the moment. However, this mech,
So he's
Does
gonna
that mean
take
he can't
30
do
feet
anything
of
on his
fall
turn?
damage.
Because he already did his actions.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm kind of going because that happened in a really weird way, and these guys happened in a weird way. Hold on. And this one takes 6 points of fall damage as he re-impacts the ground there.
Great. Another hole in
Uh,
the ship we have to fix.
But that'll be, yeah, it's a little bit of like cracking, but it's actually not nearly as bad as, some of the stuff that's happened.
Mending can fix that.
And I need to check. Okay. No recharge. He will then move to you, Nyx, and he's gonna hit you in the face.
Okay.
17,
Yes.
14 slashing, and 3 lightning damage.
His action
Ow.
wasn't the teleport thing?
No,
That was the other ones?
no.
That's just an ability.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
So that brings us to Ta.
All right, I'm gonna take melee into the cabin.
Okay. She sort of
And-
hops off,
Does she
and
pat herself out, or do I have to pat her out for fire? Or
I would say if you're gonna put her out, that will be
Smother her with her cloak.
likely an action.
yeah,
But she sort of looks at you and just sort of waves you off.
okay. And then I'm gonna just turn around and start heading out the door. And I'll say, "Keep us in the air. Anything else you want to do, get creative."
She sort of nods, and then she moves towards the tree heart. We'll get to that at the bottom of the round.
And then I will head back out. So that was probably, let's see, 10, 15-ish feet of movement to get there and up there.
I'll say you can do it there. From here and
Yeah.
then back out. Yeah,
Okay, cool. So then that would have been
20 feet.
sort of
ish
half
total.
movement.
You're fine now. Basically, you've
Yeah.
probably got
No,
a good
yeah, just for that bit.
10
So
feet of movement or so.
I got well, no, because I moved 10, so that would have been 20. So I'd still have at least 30. Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll come up here to this mech thing, and I'll say, "Everybody focus on the girl, Alana, whatever her name is,"
Okay.
and I'll be up here. And yeah, I'm gonna hit the
Alright.
dude.
Cool.
I'm gonna use, because I didn't use any bonus action. I will use Booming Blade,
All right.
and then I'll just be using my spear.
Okay.
Because that's what I had out.
All right.
So there's one.
Okay, a 30 will hit. Sure. Why not?
And then I haven't done this in a while, so I roll a
1d8.
1d8.
All right. So an extra 5.
Then I'll take my second attack using
Your
War Caster Magic?
thingamajigs.
Yeah, War Magic. That's what it is.
Yep, that one.
Okay.
15 does not hit.
All right.
Okay. So that brings us to Nyx. You're up.
Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna get him with shock and grasp.
Okay, go for shock and grasp. All right, that'll hit, but again, you see the lightning fizzle out on it a bit, so it seems to do less than what you were really expecting, considering.
Yeah, no worries. And we'll move right here. That's it.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There's advantage on him because he's metal, but
I roll it again just in case it's.
Oh, yeah.
roll
that's
it again to see if it. Okay. doesn't. I took the original damage, so lucky you. All right. So that is that as far as you're gonna go? Anything else?
Yep, that's it. Oh, I'm good.
All right, Zuzia, you're up.
I want to. Um,
Oh wait, really quick. As I was going
Yeah.
that way, could I just shout over to Lucy and just say, "There's some sort of marks on the crystal, the flight crystal."
Okay.
Okay, sorry, had to get that in.
I want to shoot an arrow at this.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
I was deciding which one because there's two guys, right? And then the Lana lady.
And then Alana up here, yeah.
You probably would have heard shout to focus on Alana.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna shoot her with an arrow.
Okie dokie. Take the shot.
Please crit.
19
Plus sneak attack.
with no, hold on. With major, yeah, that'll hit. It'll just hit.
Oh.
So that'll be 30 damage to Alana. All right.
Does she need to make any kind of con saves for concentration?
Not currently.
Well, for all the unseen servants, maybe.
Those aren't concentration.
They are not. No.
Rip.
Yeah.
Make a second attack.
Yep. Yeah, you do get your second attack if you want to take it. With regular, if you want to just go with regular movement for this round, you can just roll another short bow because you got it out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Okay, 11 doesn't hit, unfortunately.
That's fine.
All right, and if you want to move, you can move.
I'm good.
Okay. Oh, I did a skippy thing. All right. So let me get back to where we were. All right. So the mech on top of you, Bramnik.
Wait.
I'm still confused on how he was able to do the stuff before his turn.
It was more that's all his turn minus his attack. That was his movement. I did it early so that you actually understood what was going on.
But grappling is an action, is it not?
It's not quite crackling.
Grapple? Like
Grapple.
Oh, grapple?
Yeah,
Sorry.
he grappled.
He
to
wasn't
get
he
up.
wasn't grappling you. He was jumping on top of you and standing there. That's what he's done. For some context. He's not currently grappling you, or else he could potentially like get you to fall, which is not what he's trying to do necessarily. But he is going to go ahead and swing once at you.
Mhm.
So 14?
Yep.
That is 5 slashing and 9 lightning damage.
Oh, shit.
And I need a constitution save to
polymorph.
maintain concentration. For
Yeah.
polymorph, yep.
I just gotta double check my health is a giant equal.
It's like 40,
Write
isn't
it
it?
down. It's 26.
It's only 14
so
damage.
12 health left.
Okay, yeah, you're fine on that.
Okay.
He's already used his movement and his action, so he's actually gonna stay put for the moment. You really can't do too much. So he's gonna go ahead and take his wisdom save. I think that meets, so it breaks. So he is no longer slowed at the end of his turn. All right, that brings us to Gad.
Ryben, did you get my my message?
Sorry, I've got way too much going on. I didn't even see it.
It's all right.
I don't remember. It's in the DMG. Let me find it. Hold on. I'll find out really quickly for you. Pearl of Power. Okay. Action.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to bestow curse on her again.
Okay. All right, and that's another wisdom save, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. 22.
It was worth a shot. All right.
It was
Yeah.
worth a try.
And then, fuck, I guess I'm gonna bonus action healing word. Who's really hurt that I can see right now?
I don't know. Who is hurt?
Hey, who's hurt, guys? Who looks hurt?
I'm
Lucian's taking
fairly
the
hurt.
brunt
Yeah,
of
I guess I'll healing word Lucian.
it. Okay.
Not a
So
lot,
you
but yeah.
healing word Lucian. Let's switch this up to something kind of fun. A little bit insane, but why not? So 6.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's basically all I've got.
All right. Well, that brings us to Alana. She sort of looks over at everyone, gauging something for a moment. All right. 5 targets. So, everybody on the deck of the ship is going to be attacked as she draws her longsword, and you can start to see her body waver, flickering back and forth, and then all of you feel an impact immediately. Steel Wind Strike. So, this is going to be first one. I'm going to use, I need to, actually, you know what? I can just do it this way. Let me just do this really quick. I want the attack version. Thought I'd done this earlier, but apparently not. And it'll be a melee spell attack. Guess who's up first?
Me.
Gad, actually. So, Gad, does a 23 hit?
Oh, it beats my armor class, but I use shield.
Okay.
So that puts me at
Second
27.
one. Nyx. Does a 17 hit?
Would a 15?
Yep.
Would a 15 Nix?
Yep.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You take 30 force damage. Ta.
Okie dokie.
Does a 19 hit?
Nope.
Okay. Lucian. Does a 24 hit?
Yep.
25 force damage. Zuzia. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
35 force damage.
Jeez.
Remember, you can uncanny
Can
dodge.
she uncanny?
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Can't
wanna,
dodge that one.
yeah, I want to do that.
And she returns to her previous spot. Actually, almost having not moved at all. Yeah, this
If
is
only it
why.
wasn't a teleport.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, she doesn't move. In a sense, she doesn't move from her position. She will then. Yeah, she's actually gonna sort of just smile. Step back, and then yell out to Nyx, I really thought you would have put up more of a fight. Whatever. And starts steering the ship like nothing's going wrong. Bramnick, you're up.
I'm gonna start dive bombing towards the ground with this thing on my back,
Okay.
and then I'm going to drop my polymorph.
Okay.
Since all I have to do is break concentration on it, right? So
Yeah, and you can do that.
I'm assuming
however
that's a
you want.
free
So,
action to
yeah.
do. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put you guys over here as you're flying towards the ground.
Does he need to make any kind of checks to get grab
He
near
can-
me, or
I mean, he could try to grapple you now that he's out. I guess he could try to. But Yeah, all right. I'll give him a strength versus you. He's going to try to grab onto you.
Well,
As
before
you
he
were doing
does, I'm gonna polymorph him into a rabbit.
Oh yes. And then you can drop that once he's out of
Okay, yeah.
range.
Totally fucking works.
Nice.
And then I'm going to be shaped back into a giant eagle and fly back to the ship.
Okay. You can totally do that. That works.
Get the fuck off
Fucking
of me.
oh,
Tired of you motherfucking mechs on my motherfucking ship.
Fucking turn him into a cat, make him land on his feet.
I'm just going to use that one because I don't really have anything else. So you then turn back into a giant eagle.
And
I'll
fly
say
back to the ship.
you're back to roughly where you were.
That's
I mean, I need to look at something. I need to look at something because it's too funny not to do. So we're gonna try this.
Prayer. Elias, I love you.
Hold on. This is stupid, but I just want to do it for fun because it could just be hilarious as well.
stupid mechs.
Oh, if they share health, that would be amazing.
I'm gonna use that. I think that's how you do it. Yep.
Wait, you said you dive bombed, so that's like 100
Bramnik.
feet, right?
Yeah, I dashed.
Does a
towards the
20 hit
ground.
you?
Yes.
You take 2 points of piercing damage as the little rabbit bites onto your wing as you turn into a rock or into a giant eagle. Thankfully, it's not polymorph, or else you would have had a real problem there in a weird way. Okay. That brings us
I
to
don't have to. I guess I have to make a con save to
For
maintain
what?
polymorph.
Oh yeah, on him. Okay,
You
yeah.
can just drop it,
Make me
dude.
a
Drop it.
Constitution save. Okay, yeah, he's still a fucking rabbit, but he's a rabbit that did 2 damage, which is pretty impressive because he critted.
And he's free falling to his death, right? I'm
Yes,
assuming?
currently. Yes,
Okay.
as far as you know, he's currently free falling.
all I can imagine is this little bunny hitting the ground and then like this fucking like claymore of shrapnel just fucking exploding out there.
All right, initiative count 20. Melee puts herself out and jumps into the tree heart, but putting herself out was her action, so she can't do anything else right now. So a non-initiative count at the bottom, we'll do that again. I'm basically just doing it at the bottom of the round instead of the top. The unseen servants. One of them is taking a pot shot at you, Bramnik.
Mm-hmm.
I have far too many sheets for this fight. All right, so
And who's that?
okay, I don't think that hits, so
Nope.
you're fine. And the other two reload over here. I'm gonna go ahead and roll a few d20s because I didn't do this before. All right, first one's gonna break that that slow. I totally forgot to do this before. 17, I think that breaks.
Wow.
Meats.
Yeah, so 12. All right, so this one here does not break. All right. Skipped over. That'll bring us to you, Lucian.
I'm gonna make my way into the downstairs to the
Okay.
crystal and
Okay.
take a look at it.
Okay. So from here, yeah, to get there, it's gonna be about 40 feet of movement.
I got 30.
Okay, you can dash or you get to the door essentially, like up here.
Yeah, I'll dash.
All right, so you dash down, you get in there. Go ahead and make me an investigation. Okay, looking over it, you do indeed see these markings. They don't seem to be magical necessarily. They actually seem to be measurement lines of some kind. You also notice in the entire chamber itself, there are 2 magical symbols that you did not recognize from before. However, there are also a ton of these little measurement lines everywhere. Somebody was going over how all this worked. Okay. So I'm going to put you kind of in here. Actually, you'd be here. Okay, it brings us to the rock. The rock has no memory of a bunny, so it just sort of lets it fall. I mean, what else can it fucking do, right?
That's fucking awesome.
So it's just gonna chill down here and hold its action or whatever, and yeah, its action to dash to get under anybody that falls. Oh, skipped. Yeah, it's fine. So that brings us to this mech here. Let's do. Okay. It again brings its arm out in front of it. And it's going to, this will affect both Nyx and Ta. Do 20s hit either of you?
That does not hit me.
Okay.
That hit the shit out of me right there.
But
You take
you have
6 fire damage, which isn't too bad.
3 resistance,
yes,
right?
fire resistance.
Yes, you have fire resistance, so it's only 3 for you. Let's see. Yeah, it hasn't done the thing yet. So, yep, that is its turn. Ta, you are up.
Okay. Trying to think of which thing I want to do. I have 2 kind of big options. Does a grapple count as like your whole action?
It's a single attack if it's part of that sort of chain.
So could I theoretically do a grapple and like throw?
If it's a thrown attack, yeah. You do that. You might want to do the throw first, though.
No, I mean
Oh,
like
wait, you mean
grapple and
throw
throw
him?
what I'm grappling. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I'd say you could,
suplex him off the side.
I'd say I'll say you could definitely give it a try.
Okay.
I think you can attempt to complete both actions. Whether or not it will work, we'll find out.
Okay. I just didn't know if it counted like as a full action just to grapple him.
Yeah, I would say to grapple and throw, if you have the extra attack, you can do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna move there, and then I'm gonna try and grapple him,
All right.
which I think is athletics.
Oh, right. I need to do something for him. Okay, he doesn't make it. Yeah, it'll be athletics versus his athletics, I suppose, in this case. Which is, he's proficient, so 21,
Hey.
you grapple him.
Okay, and then I want to just kind of like basically pivot and try and throw him over the edge.
I'm
off
going to
the
make
boat,
that another
off the
strength check too. I mean,
Totally
he's
fine.
as heavy as you easily.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine.
All
Strength or athletics?
Athletics is fine too, yeah. And he's going to do the same versus you to hold on.
Oh no!
Damn it.
So, here's the deal. You do move him. I'm actually going to say you move him to there.
Okay, cool.
You move him across, but he is holding tight. And yeah, at the end of that, he's to hold on. He sort of reaches out and grabs onto like just below your pauldrons, the armor there. And so the two of you are now locked. This is going to be interesting. Really, really weird. Okay, anything else? I don't know that there is much else that you can do, but
We're locked?
not necessarily completely locked. You could let go, but he is certainly like trying to hold on to you to make sure that you don't fling him off.
So if I moved, would he move with me?
He'd stop you from moving,
Okay.
probably.
Well,
you already
I was
attempted to throw
gonna
him off.
ask-
Like,
Yeah,
you could
no,
try
I
it
was going
again.
to ask if I jumped
Yeah.
off the edge, would he go with me?
Probably not.
Okay, I'm not going to do it then.
If you jumped off, he's smart enough that he probably would just be like, "All right."
No, but we'd be hanging on to each other. So that's like, I have him grappled.
Yeah, you've got him grappled, but yeah, you already tried to fling him. I'm going to say
Okay,
that's
no, that's
your attempt for
totally-
this round.
Totally fine. I just wanted to check.
Yeah.
I
All
knew
right.
exactly what you were thinking.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking too. Nyx, you're up.
God, this is amazing.
Ricky and I are like, like high school or like middle school dance pose almost, like
I
arms
was
length.
going more like judo, like if you've ever seen
Oh, sure, we could
judo
go
or
with that.
jiu-jitsu holds, like where you
Uh,
start there. It's sort of like that initially, but yes.
Yeah, whatever.
Nyx,
He's
you're
facing
up.
me is what I'm thinking.
Yes. Now kiss.
Just metal helmet against metal helmet.
Eskimo kisses or battle Eskimo kisses. That's
Clang, clang.
weird. Yeah. All right, next.
All right.
What do you want to do?
She will shoot the shit out of Alana.
Okay.
Hopefully, something.
Yeah. Let's see. 17 meets so it hits. So that'll be 12 damage. Nice. You got her attention again. That's for sure.
Good.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'll stay
Okay.
where I am.
All right. You're gonna stay right there. All right. That will bring us to Zuzia. You are up.
Okay. I'm gonna throw my shadow blade at Alana.
Okay. 24. That'll hit.
Sneak
And
attack.
you get sneak. You get sneak
Oh.
attack. Gad's within range. Cool. 20. Jesus. And you can follow it up with any of your other blades.
Well, I guess I'll throw my dagger of venom also since it comes back to me now. So
All right.
I like this belt.
Right? It's kind of nice. 16 does not hit,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Ooh.
17 is
Just barely
Barely the
misses.
so. That will bring us to
Wait, hold on. Doesn't she get advantage? Or does she have to be in
Oh.
melee range
for what?
for her
Um,
attacks if somebody's threatening her target?
No, that's sneak attack, not advantage.
Okay.
Advantage isn't given
I think
just
that's a different rogue class that gets the advantage if someone is within 5 feet.
Yeah.
I think it's a different
It's
archetype.
not. Yeah, it doesn't quite work like that. Sneak attack and advantage. You get sneak attack if you have advantage, or you have a friend next to your target.
I don't know which.
But that
yeah.
does not give you advantage having a friend next to your target necessarily. That's.
Yeah, I don't know
OP
what I'm
shit, which is
remembering
why
from,
that's-
but yeah. Sorry.
Well, Liam has had that problem in Critical Role. He always forgot how that worked. So, so that'll bring us to mech number 2. It's gonna try to make it save. So it needs a Wisdom save versus your DC, I believe.
Yep.
No, that's for against the polymorph.
It can't save against the polymorph once it's polymorphed.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe. The transformation lasts for the duration or until the target drops to 0 hit points.
Yeah, it's only initially to have a wisdom saving throw. That's it.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
that's so evil.
So he's falling as a
So-
rabbit to the earth.
Well, maybe. I'm gonna give him an intelligence roll.
The intelligence
that's
of a
enough.
rabbit.
Of a rabbit.
Polymorph does not change your mental stats, only your physical.
Including mental abilities. The target's game statistics, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the statistics of the chosen beasts.
Okay, well, still all right. Then let's do a 1d20.
I mean, you could
for-
keep
it would just be a 10.
It'd be 10 plus whatever a rabbit is.
Or minus.
Unless you wanted to.
Okay, so it'd just be a straight 10, which is still the DC that I set. So,
Okay.
all right. He is going to. This is weird. I don't have a rabbit here,
It's been a full round.
so I'm
that's-
using a rat for the moment, which I figured is pretty close. Nope. All right, doesn't work. He's still falling. He's got a long ways to go because you guys are up 1,500 feet and he's falling 60 feet around. So, Gad, you're up.
Okay. Since nothing else is working and Bramnik in here,
Destructive wave. All right, DC 15 Dex save
let me double
for
check that.
Alana.
It is a Constitution save, not a Dex save. I don't know why it's still that. Hold on.
Okay. 19.
Meets.
So
yeah.
half damage.
Yep.
So that'll be 37 divided by 2.
18.
All right, 18 damage. Nice.
And that's anything within any targets within 30 feet of me. So.
Right.
Yep.
All right. So let me. Can they? Yeah. So all right. I'm just gonna roll some d20s first. So that one. That one. Actually, it doesn't fucking
DC's
matter
15.
because it's all. Because it's half damage, so all of them are gonna go.
Yep.
And then that guy has a dex save. Does he have disadvantage on that?
Yes, because he's slowed.
Okay, I just couldn't remember if that was actually a thing. Okay. So it'll be disadvantage. Oh, not one. All right. So he takes the 37. Jesus. Okay.
Oh, hold on. Does Soul of the Forge plus level 4 damage to constructs? But I think that's just melee strikes. I'll double check.
Yeah, it should be. I think. All right. Anything else?
I guess I will just continue with the bonus action healing word to Nyx.
Okay.
God, where I have too many of these things open.
Tell me about it.
At second level.
Actually, and so I was gonna put this in, but Alana is going to yeah. She's gonna go ahead and when you do that, she's going to send because she got hit, took damage, she's gonna send a hellish rebuke at you.
Okay.
DC 19 dex save.
Jesus.
I know you're resistant to fire, but she doesn't.
So that's 4 damage.
Okay, so
I'm
it's
good.
half. Well, yeah, because meats beats. For spells, I believe. I don't remember how that works exactly. My brain is so fried this week. I'm sorry, guys.
It's all good, dude. There was a lot of shit in the last week.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's
No, it's not. It's not. It's half and then half, so it's a quarter.
Okay, but it's still 27. What's a quarter
Oh,
of 27?
that's my bad.
a higher level guy.
I was only reading one of those. Thank you.
It would be 6 damage.
25. Yep.
Okay. Brings us to Alana. Okay. What's her best option right now? Well, that kind of annoyed her, so so she is going to first. I think that's what she'll do. What's the range here? Yeah, it's plenty. Okay, so her first move here will be actually, she's going to jump down. And yes, you get an opportunity attack, God.
And because I have Warcaster.
Yes, you can cast a spell.
Fucking. Was she wearing, like, what kind of armor and gear was she wearing?
Studded leather.
Alright, cool. Hey. Heat metal.
Okay. Let's see. Con save from her. 17.
Ah, shit. Okay, so
I was gonna say studded leather has very little metal on it comparatively, so.
Yep.
So I tend to say it's like half damage anyway.
well, I was gonna target her sword.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wanted to
Yes,
try to
okay.
get her to drop it.
But yeah. All right. Yeah, she manages to hold on to it. Does she still take the damage for that, or is it just no damage if she makes it?
No, that's just to drop whether or not they're going to drop it, so she still takes the damage.
Okay.
Wow, shit rolls of damage though. Holy shit.
She's Zuzia, you'll get an opportunity attack too. She's chasing you, Lucian. She actually gets down the stairs to where she can see you. She's going over there. So Zuzia, you get a chance to.
Okay. I was just looking to see where she was.
Yeah, no, she stepped past you basically.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna stab her as she's passing by.
Stab her. All right, you don't get sneak attack on this, but that will hit. All right, Lucian. She just sort of looks at you, smiles, and because I can, she's gonna cast Dispel Magic on you, getting rid of your slow effect
Okay.
on everything.
Yeah, I don't have to concentrate anymore.
Yep. And
That it was
she's
doing-
fucking tired of her max being her mech being slowed. Also, so that is first bit. She will then use her ring and reappear back up on the deck.
Huh, okay.
Oh, one of her rings. So that'll be her turn. For now. Bramnik, you're up.
I am going to fly directly at her face.
Okay.
And as soon as I get about here, I'm going to land, drop my polymorph, and I'm going to blight the shit out of her.
Okay.
As soon as I find it.
So like there, I guess. Or... Oh, are you casting this in melee range? No, it doesn't really matter. I'll put you here because that makes it easier for me.
Okay.
To keep track of things. All right, so DC 16 con save. Here goes nothing. Okay, she finally takes a full set. So it'll be 39.
Yeah. And I will bonus action healing word Nyx.
Okay.
Thank you.
She's gonna hold tight, I think. Initiative round 20. Nothing really happens because the unseen servants are gone. Lucian, you're up. You're inside looking at the crystal.
Yep.
There are two glyphs inside.
First things first, I'm gonna take a potion of healing.
Okay.
What do I roll for that? I have no idea.
2d4.
Regular potion, 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better. Nothing.
All right, you
Damn.
literally maxed that potion out. That's
Nice. Good work.
pretty
That's really
freaking great.
impressive.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna take a look at these glyphs.
Okay. Each of the glyphs on the sides make me an Arcana check. One on either side. All right. So, as far as you can tell, I'm just gonna use the 17 for basically both of them because it's about right.
Oh.
Okay.
You notice that they seem to be divination in nature. It seemed to be some sort of watching spell, something like that. Somewhat akin to like clairvoyance or something along those, or arcane eye or something along those lines, but slightly different. You're not entirely sure.
Rybin also read the Soulforge thing. It just says any, like, when you hit a construct with an attack, you deal additional force damage equal to your cleric
An
level.
attack, yes,
Yeah.
not a spell, an attack. Attack action. So. Okay. Anything else for you, Lucian, then? Because it's your bonus action. I guess you can move. And, yeah.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Rock continues doing its circle thing underneath the thing, watching the rabbit fall. That brings us to the mech. Mech is finally free. So mech,
Still grappled.
right? But I mean, free of
from slow.
freaking
Right.
slow.
Sorry.
Because it was pretty annoying. But it's fixed now. So first thing I need to do.
We're just trying to make things easier on you, Revan. Just roll once.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that does not recharge. It is currently grappled, but not restrained. So it can make attacks just fine. First attack. Actually, how many rounds has it been since you chucked dude overboard?
2 rounds?
2 rounds?
Yeah, it would have been
Yeah.
that round.
So
plus
120
my round.
feet. So that means, sorry, I'm just trying to do some distances in my head here.
In addition to the 100 feet he was underneath from dive bombing.
Plus, I dove.
Okay, so we'll say 200 feet. Okay. Just for simplicity's sake. About 200 feet. Yeah, he's okay. This one here begins, you can kind of see steam starting to emanate from its center core. But it's going to make 2 attacks on you first, Ta.
Alright.
So 1.
Nope. Nope.
And 2. Nope. And then 1 on Nyx. Oh, of course that's when I roll a crit.
Alrighty.
Ouch.
Oh no,
Okay.
that doesn't hit. I'd use some
Yeah,
crazy
yeah.
magic.
To be fair, Nix, I did tell you to focus on Alana, but you stayed right there.
20, 28, 35 damage. As he strikes down with this massive battle axe.
I will use 2 Movelovistus
Okay.
and negate the damage, but I am
Good
now
plan.
incapacitated in ice.
Remember
Okay.
you still had a Death Ward. Which brings you back to 1 if you hit 0.
Has it
It'd be
been
better to-
8 hours?
It lasts 8
since-
hours. So
It
Yeah, but
lasts
we-
8 hours. You did it 2 hours before you went to bed.
no, I did it.
It's cutting it somewhat close, but should still be effective.
Oh,
Should
Well-
still be active.
all right then. I guess I have 1 hit point.
Okay, yeah, you're down to 1 hit point as this thing smashes into you. That being said, it is actually, yeah, I think that's about it for it currently. And that will bring us to Ta.
All right. I would like to throw this bucket of bolts overboard.
All right, go for it. It'll be strength versus
Goddamn.
his strength.
Please roll bad.
Oh,
It's
natural
really
one.
bad.
Natural 1. That's what you need.
Damn it.
17. He holds firm.
Do it again.
I'll say that is worth 1 attack. I will say that if you want to go at half movement to try to get yourself over the side, I will give you a second try, but it will also involve your attack.
Oh, so like jump over with him?
Yes.
Oh, fuck
you
yeah.
can do that, but you're gonna have to roll again, but it'll be we'll see what happens.
Okay, roll
But
athletics
yeah,
again.
I'll get
Yeah. Okay.
I got an idea for it.
Like
so-
the steam coming out of him is not something I'm very comfortable with.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's kind of going in your face, so.
Well, it's just more of like, I don't know what's going to
Okay.
happen.
Yes.
Worse.
So both of you are now over the side.
Wait.
I'm gonna say that that's used up pretty much all your movement, all of your stuff. You're gonna have to dump him here, but you do have an action, or no, you used your action and your movement. You have your bonus action.
I'm assuming I can't like kick away from him or anything for a bonus action.
Not this turn. You could definitely do it next turn. You could like try to knee him in the gut or something like. Not that he has a
Right.
gut, but you know what I mean. Yeah, you've managed to get him
good.
off the side. That's for sure.
Good. Good.
And he already used his attack.
Yeah, I don't have much that's bonus action that I can do without having like hit already. I don't think. Oh wait. Well, that didn't. Dang it, that didn't count as an attack. I was gonna say Shield Master. I could try and like hit him away from me with my shield,
Yeah.
but that's only if I take an attack action. So
Right.
never mind. Yeah, I'll just follow.
Okay. Nyx, you're up. On 1 HP.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt at Alana.
Is she within 30 feet?
25 feet away.
She's 10 feet up.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, that's the top of your ship. There's a 10-foot thingy there.
My bad.
So would
You
that
could move-
add 10 feet? So it'd be 30.
It would be close enough that I would say you'd want to in one space at least before casting Witch Bolt. I just want to make sure that we're doing this correctly. That's all.
All right.
But yeah, you could move to there and do it, or to like.
No. Fuck that. Could she like go right here and like?
Sure.
All right, cool. Do it from
So the
there.
target you can see. Oh, are you going up the stairs too?
Yeah, like
Okay.
almost like half cover, but not really.
Okay, try to like hide around the corner, but cast Witch Bolt on her as you're about halfway up the stairs. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, roll it.
No.
15 does not hit her.
Wow, that damage
so
though.
much.
Holy fuck.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah. If only that would have been really nice, but it does not hit
Jesus.
her. Okay.
holy shit.
Brings us back to Zuzia.
All right. I'm gonna throw my sword of life stilling at Alana
Okay. That will hit.
and
you
sneak
do get
attack.
sneak attack. Yep, because Gad's next to her.
Oh my god.
So that's 34 damage. All right, that's definitely hurting her. Okay.
And I guess the Dagam of Venom.
Okay.
Venom.
Dagama Venom.
Yeah.
All right. 19 does hit. Very nice.
So that's 44 damage. Jeez.
Rogues, man, they're scary. Scary as shit, especially if you ever haste one. Then it gets really nasty. Yeah. So that will bring us to that mech.
The bunny mech?
The falling mech.
Yeah, the
I
bunny
don't
mech.
think he can do anything.
They're
Yeah, the
technically
bunny
both
mech,
falling.
He can
The-
wiggle
his
his nose cutely.
Yeah. Actually, he's gonna go ahead and make that 1d20 roll again.
And a
Uh,
rat's thing is -4, like it's int or whatever.
Yeah.
So it'd be
fine.
a 4.
He would have been able to figure this out. It's not a hard thing to figure out, but
Falling
yeah.
bad.
Still doesn't make it. All right, never mind. So Gad, you're up.
Cool. I will go ahead and just reach behind me and tap Nyx on the forehead. Wow, fuck
Ooh,
me.
that one. Nice.
Wait, what? That's a
A lot
healing.
of
No, I
ones,
meant to
man.
cast a Cure Wounds. Right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I figured that was the case. So go ahead and roll Cure Wounds instead.
thank you. I
It's
don't
fine.
know why that.
There you go. That's a
Thank
little
you.
bit better.
Thank you, GM.
24. Next, you recover 24 HP. So you are now at 25.
And then I am just going to interpose myself between Nyx and Alana, and then set off heat metal again for 6
DC
damage.
15 Con save. Makes so. But does take the 6. All right. You can see she's starting to look kind of ragged. Kind of ragged. Kind of rough. Actually, pretty rough. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm just gonna move right here. Get up right in her face,
Okay.
between her
All right.
legs.
That'll bring us to Alana. I want to figure out how far away you are, Todd, because you just went over the side.
Yeah. But we'd be
basically,
below it already, though. So I don't think
well,
she'll
I basically
sideline.
say at initiative 20, you've fallen.
Yeah.
Or at the top of the round, that's when you've fallen your distance. Because in reality, all of this is happening at exactly the same time. It's not like you just go over and then drop 60 feet. It's you go over.
Well, no,
and
not
then
60
it's
feet, but I was just thinking
yeah.
like all we'd have to do is be
yeah,
below
maybe like
the
5
deck
feet
level
or
and she
so
wouldn't
down.
see.
Yeah. I'd say she could probably still see, you
Like a
know,
leg.
a bit of you guys, but not much for all intents and purposes because of her height. She's going to take a step forward. She is going to. Okay. She's going to do something a little weird. Well, the first part's not weird. First part's just painful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, Zuzia, Nyx, Gad, and Bramnik. Can you guess what's going to happen to you
Oh boy.
as her body begins to shimmer again?
She's gonna give us all candy.
Yes.
Sweet.
Here's your candy.
Pizza?
I like chocolate.
So that's will be Bramnik.
Yep.
38.
Okay.
Gad.
Yeah, alright, sure.
34.
Wow.
What
Nyx.
the fuck?
Oh god, of course it was
Jeez.
on you.
Oh shit.
Now's when you might want that tomb. Cause that's
Oh.
yeah.
I mean, luckily it was low rolls, but
Yeah. Zuzia,
Yeah.
Uncanny dodged.
42.
21 damage.
Uncanny dodge.
Yeah, definitely
For 21.
21. Ah. Oh
Nope.
my god.
As I
Why
just hear this
so
like
high?
pink off of my shield, I'm just gonna go ha as I fall off the ship.
All right. And then she's going to take a step back. And she's going to begin casting a second spell.
Oh.
In fact, she begins casting teleport on herself and this box behind her. So.
Whoa.
I will say, because of the way that her little thingamajig works, she hasn't completed casting it yet, but she is beginning to cast it right now. You also see one of her other rings activate. She has 3 rings on. Or no, 2 rings in a bracelet. The bracelet's the one that activates. And you can see sort of like this odd shimmer around her. But Bramnik, you're up.
right. Would I know if dispel magic would work against what she's trying to do?
Dispel magic works against things that are already
Okay,
in effect.
I would need
So
counter. Okay.
yeah,
And I'm
you
just
need counter
gonna
plus spell.
go ahead and hit her with another blight.
Okay.
Like, you're not going anywhere.
Okay. All right. So she's gonna make a con save, and if it works, let's see. All right.
So 20 damage.
Actually, what happens is you see this shimmer around her take on a green hue, as the energy that you have seems to be trying to attack her, but it's caught up around this shield. It's slowly going in towards her, but it's not there yet. But 22 damage is what she will take. Actually, no. She'll be taking all 40 if it gets through the shield.
And then I'm assuming next. I'm assuming you invoked your Tomb of Levistus.
Nyx? Are you muted? Oh, hold on. Okay. Okay. I got Nyx then.
Okay. I'm assuming that's what she would have done because she was gonna do it before. So I'm not gonna be able to heal her through her ice, right? Like I can't.
Healing word
She's
might work.
incapacitated. You are not.
But can my spells affect her through the ice?
Uh,
I don't know how the interactions with Tomb of Levistus work. I know that any damage she takes gets directed to the ice, so I don't know how healing works.
I would say no, you can't heal her until she's
Okay.
back. That's
Uh,
fair. It's a fair point.
And then in that case, I will go ahead and. Who's looking the roughest as I look around at the situation?
Everybody.
Nyx, especially.
Well, yeah,
Well, I
Yeah,
guess
I'm
it's
other
healing
than
Nyx
Nyx.
at the moment.
I'm just above half health.
How's Susie looking
I'm
comparative to?
I'm below half health, but pretty much at half.
Alright, then to Sustia,
Okay.
if that went off. Oh wait, I think I clicked the wrong thing. Is it not working? It's not working. I think my roll 20 is lagging.
What are you trying
happens.
to cast?
My
All
heal
right.
will.
Whenever that
or
goes
healing
through, that'll
word.
go through. Let's get to Lucian here. Lucian, what do you want to do?
Oh,
Oh,
there,
there
it
we go.
goes.
It's 10 health.
Yeah.
Lucian, you're muted again.
Shit, sorry.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic as a 4th level spell because I don't have any 3rd level spells.
You need to get up top. Or, you're doing it on the cliffs.
sigil. Yeah.
Okay. Make me an Arcana check anyway. Does lower the DC, I think. That's enough. You see the glyphs fizzle out.
Okay. Do I see any other like?
Nothing else jumps out at you as like magic or just, funky in there. Nothing else really jumps out other than like, these measurement markings, but that seems to be the only thing and they don't seem like they're dangerous, just odd. Definitely worth taking a look at later, but not yet.
Then I'll head back up
Okay.
to here.
Yeah, you can get up there, no problem. All right.
I
That'll
don't
bring
think
us
I
to
can
the
do
rock.
anything else.
Yeah. All right, that'll bring us to the rock, and it's going to do the thing. It actually sees Utah and begins sort of moving to position to catch you. Brings us to the mech, who is... I think what he's going to do... First things first. Okay. It recharged. He puts one arm into your chest. And he's going to hand mortar. Not to hurt you, but to attempt to blow
Shit.
himself backwards and up. So what I want you to do is make a strength if you want to hold on to him, or if you just want to let him go, it's up to you.
Well, we had the beginning of the round, right? So aren't we?
Yeah, he's
like
down 60 feet. Yeah.
He's trying to pop himself up 60 feet.
He's trying to pop himself up a ways, at least. You don't really know exactly.
Yeah. So we're only down 60 feet, though, right?
You're
Just
only
to-
down 60 feet currently.
Yeah, I'll hang on over a little bit.
All right, give me a strength check.
Athletics.
Or athletics is fine, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough to hold on to him. It was a DC 20 though, to be fair, because it's a real powerful cannon. What can I say?
As the like smoke and soot and shit just like wafts
Yeah.
over me, I'm just gonna start laughing, just deep guttural laughter. 'cause
Make
I'm
me a
just
Constitution
hanging on
save.
this dude.
I was gonna have you do this anyway if you held on to it. But make me a save.
Jesus.
All right, you're fine. You kind of choke up on this acrid smoke for a second and then continue laughing. Your eyes are a little watery, but it doesn't really affect you. You get the idea that this could have probably choked you up pretty good, or blinded you potentially.
Right.
But that is it. It brings us to your yeah, sorry, it skipped over you, but yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. What would like a kicking away move count as? Just an attack or like a
I
whole
would
action?
say if what you're trying to do is essentially like kick off of him,
Mhm.
I would say you could do that with movement, releasing your grapple. I'll say that you could do that.
Okay.
It makes sense because it's more movement based to try to kind of kick off of him.
Okay,
and it
cool.
really attack.
Then that is an awesome combo. Then what I'll do
Yep.
is I will. This will be fun. I'm going to let go of the grapple, and then I'm just going to attack him twice, and then I'll use like I want to kind of combine the movement and the bonus action to like shield bash him away, and like just sort of count that as my
Okay.
kick, if that works.
Sure.
Okay.
We can do that.
All right, and then I'll use my spear.
Okay, that'll hit. That'll hit.
There's
So it's
2.
20.
And then basically shield bash him away from myself to like just for flavor. More than
Right.
Just kick it
Right,
away.
right. Yeah, I gotcha. No worries. Okay. And does he have to make something for that? I don't remember. Right, yeah.
Well, it's
right.
a shove attack.
It'll be a
technically.
flare thing. Yeah, gotcha. Don't worry about it. We got it.
Okay.
So yeah, you kick off and he sort of drops below you a little ways. Anything else?
No, I'm just gonna kind of like strap my shield on my back and like go into like an actual like skydiver's
Skydiver
free fall
thing.
like dive kind of a
Okay.
thing, because I want to like dive away from him, flying basically, and I'm having a fucking ball.
So you
like,
attempt to glide away, sort of. All right.
My shield would kind of actually act as not a wing, but it'd catch more air that way. That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, it kind of would.
A very
I'm wondering
rudimentary air brake.
how strong the strap is on your back, because that's a
That's
lot
pretty
at terminal
Yeah,
velocity.
no, it's fine. It's good.
It's totally fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's studded leather. It's fine.
it's been through worse.
Maybe, yeah. We'll find out.
So, yeah, I
I mean,
basically,
you're not
like,
at terminal
beckoned the-
velocity yet, thankfully.
No,
but
no,
if you
I-
were, that'd be it probably wouldn't hold up to that exactly, but
Yeah,
the shield would. The strap
Right,
holding your shield on your back wouldn't.
yeah. I basically want to I don't know if I can signal to it or not, but have the rock sort of dive the direction that I'm going, so we can be going similar speeds as I grab onto it.
Actually,
so I'm not,
because the
slamming
rock
into its
always
back.
holds its turn, it actually swings out, grabs you in one of its talons, swings up, because that would have only used about 40 feet of its movement. It's just going to stick you on the deck
Sweet.
as it overflies.
Right.
Now that you've done that. All right. So I'm going to move him out. I'm actually just move him down here. You managed to take care of both of those guys in an odd way, but that's all right. Okay.
Can I high five a rock?
Yeah, just
Or
let
fist bump the
you
flying
fist
rock?
bump one of the talons, which is easily the size of your entire arm. That's just the talon, like
That-
a single claw.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll give him a
right.
fist bump, and then I'll let him fly back underneath.
All right, yeah. So he's currently here. That's the extent of his movement. He just dropped you off, and we'll pick him up when we get there. But
And as I
Okay.
get back on deck, I'm gonna say, "Last one."
I guess I'll say through the bracelet thing. She's trying to do something. She's
Well, I
casting
can't figure
something.
out that. That's up to you guys. Yeah, that's my turn.
Busty, are you still there? Or do you need me to take over? Considering. Okay.
Does that tune thing last a round or more?
Yeah, it would fade here. Actually. I need to grab a thing here really quickly. Make
In
this
the
work.
ring, Busty has counterspell.
Yes.
I assume that's what Busty would do.
But Busty does, or Nyx does something slightly different. Nyx just walks up. Like you, Gad, Bramnick, you're probably the two closest. You can see something in her eye. It's just tears. She's. You just sort of look at her. She just looks tired. Really tired. But she walks up to Alana. And okay, yeah, so there's that. reaches out, grabs onto Alana, essentially grapples her. You can counterspell, it just requires an Arcana check. Just so you know.
I thought that was dispel magic only. I thought counter.
Dispel magic works on active effects, counterspell works on being cast effects.
You could counterspell, but it would be a pretty high DC.
Yeah. So Nyx is going to reach out, and I'm going to make this a DC check, and it's going to be funny, but it is what it is. Just get advantage. Okay.
Ooh.
It's enough.
Ooh.
She literally reaches out and just grapples onto Alana, and then she kind of looks back at all of you. Bramnik, just under her breath, you can kind of hear her whisper, "I'm sorry." And then she dimension doors somewhere. In fact, as you look off to the left, you can kind of see her down below, rejoining actually almost where the falling bunny is, for lack of a better term.
Oh god.
And as Alana's spell finishes, the teleport finishes, Nyx counterspells it, and they fall further and further and further away until Nyx, you see a light around the two of them, bright. Every single one of you has to shield your eyes easily. Almost looks like a star falling to earth as those two pick up speed, becoming something like a meteor.
That's not natural.
Until finally, and this happens over a course of maybe 10 seconds, until you can hear the largest explosion you have ever heard as a massive fireball, easily 500 foot in diameter,
Holy.
burning with this almost beautiful flame in sort of a spherical pattern, just continually burning as it impacts, or as it falls further and further towards the ground. Slowly burning out, though, trailing off flames. And then you see, as the flames begin to go out, as this ball of fire touches the ground, burning away most of the foliage around where Nyx and Alana were. Two charred forms.
I'm gonna immediately B shape and fly down there.
I'm gonna.
Before I do, I'll holler at Tal, like, get control of the ship, and I'm out. I'm eagle form.
I'm gonna ask fucking Bramnik to wait. Hold on. I'm gonna try to grab on.
Okay.
Hop on.
All
I'm
right.
going.
You guys
full
fly
speed
down.
ahead.
You burst down as fast as you can. Anyone else?
As I'm passing, do the mechs disappear or anything? If I see the
no, but you see that one has a sort of glow in its eyes, and the steam stops being created, and it sort of lets go of the battle axe and falls.
So it kind of deactivates. Kind
Pick
of.
up the
It looks
pieces.
like. If it's gonna be shrapnel by the time it gets down there and hits.
I don't care.
I want to gather those parts later, but that's for later.
Yeah, so I'm flying down and trying to find Nyx's body.
So you fly down, and as you get closer, you you look out and you sort of land about 10, 15 feet away, and you see a magic circle on the ground. I don't know that any of you noticed what the magic circle was on Nyx's hand, but it seems to be on the ground. It's on the ground now and no longer on her hand. The two bodies, what looks like bodies, are just ashes.
Oh, shit.
There are 2 skulls left. And for the life of you, you can almost not tell which one is which. But after a moment, you kind of have a guess as to which one's probably Nyx.
Yeah, if I can guess which skull belonged to Nyx, I'm gonna collect it because I know that as long as I have a piece of her body, I can reincarnate her.
You notice something odd. They fell lying sort of on their backs. But they weren't like grappling or anything. They were just holding a single hand.
That's odd.
The magic circle, which was sort of flaring with some energy, sort of drops, falls
Do I
away.
recognize the symbol at all with any of the
No
work
way.
that I did there? Okay.
And then it too turns to ash and is unreadable. But yeah, you can try to.
Yeah, I'll collect her skull.
Okay.
You said I can tell, like I know which,
You have a pretty good guess of which one's which.
because I'm assuming her items, did they all explode too, or like are they laying in the
You don't.
ashes?
Without searching around, you can't really tell.
Because I would want to find her stuff, like her rod and
Yeah.
her book. if
There
it's
is a
there.
charred stick in the shape of the rod. It's not gone necessarily, but it's certainly dirty and it's taken a lot of damage.
All
Alright,
right.
I'll collect it as well, and
Huntsman
her
servant.
book, if I can find it.
And I'm just gonna command it to pick up any like loose items that you see, and like put it in a pile.
Okay. You collect most of, well, all of Nyx's magical items anyway. You also collect 1 ring and a sword. That's all that survived.
1 ring to rule them
I'm
all.
picking this stuff up with my talons, by the way. I haven't unshaped. Like
Okay.
I'm still in my shape.
There's also, oddly, a small wooden box, seemingly completely untouched.
I'll kind of like hint at it to Gad and be like, "You might want to grab that."
I'll pick it up.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the situation.
And then once we've gathered the skull and
Yeah.
her belongings and all that, I'll fly Gad back up to the ship.
Okay. So you fly back up top to the ship. The rock is underneath the ship currently. I'm just gonna put him over here. Yeah, you guys are there. Oh yeah, and I'll say for the sake of this, the rust monster disappears because summoned actual creature.
Once I get everything dropped off on the deck, I'll drop my form
Okay.
and I'll turn to Gad, and I've known Nyx the longest because before, I don't know if anybody knew.
Before he
this,
finishes speaking, I'm just gonna hand him the box.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't need the box. But I had known her from previous jobs. We ran a couple cons together. But So I've got like tears in my eyes, and I'm really upset. And I'll turn to Gab like, can you bring her back right now? If not, I can do it in the morning. And if that's the case, I'm going to bed right now.
Um, unfortunately not. The one spell slot that I would have,
That's
the one
fine.
spell I could do, I would require a body.
As soon as he says I can't, I'm taking the skull and her belongings, and I'm going to my room.
Hey, hang on.
I won't say anything to anybody else.
Did you check both bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There wasn't a crystal in the ashes of one of them, was there? Like the ones we pulled from that demon thing, or from the dealer and the chick.
I didn't look for that in particular. No. If you want to check.
Well, you
can.
guys were looking for magical items and stuff like that. There was literally, like, beyond the magic items, nothing solid was left over minus the skulls.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure she's not going to come
so-
back.
I would assume the Unseen Servant, if anybody was really watching what the Unseen Servant was doing, and because Blias was sort of digging through it, yeah, you guys didn't see anything like that.
Okay, good.
So yeah, I'll take all her stuff and the skull, and I'm going to my room, and I'm gonna immediately try to fall asleep.
Okay.
I'll turn
Well,
towards Ta and just say, when we got down there was nothing but ash, the 2 items we found, 2 skulls, and a diminishing magical circle of some sort. I know not
Okay.
one.
1 second, guys.
So I currently
Okay.
have the rod, the sword, the ring, the book, and her skull, right?
Essentially, yes. We'll go with that for the moment. We'll dig out anything extra later.
Okay, I'll
If need
I'll
be.
go ahead and mend the rod of the packkeeper to try to clean it up and see if
Okay.
it's okay.
Structurally it's fine, but for some reason the charring doesn't go away
Okay,
at all.
it's fine. Yeah, I'll just kind of place everything neatly. I'll place the skull on the pillow in my bed, and I'll lay on my mossy floor and try to go to
Okay.
sleep.
Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna walk around asking who needs heals.
Okay. I'm gonna give you guys, if you guys want to do the long rest thing, I'll say Ta. The ship is a little bit, or I'll say the ship is a little bit battered. I know Ta's got to do his thing, but you guys can take off and sort of go higher up in the sky, where above the clouds and all.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you guys about 5 minutes here. I'll say if you guys want to do a long rest or a short rest right now, you can, and then sort of go from there. It's actually still kind of early in the morning, but not early in the morning. It's a little bit in the mid-morning area. But yeah,
yeah,
Into the bracelet, I'll ask Susia to tell Melee to come to my room.
okay. Once everything's up in the air, right?
Yeah.
Once you
Yeah.
guys are up in the air, she'll come down that way. I will pick up right here in just a couple minutes. Let's take a couple minutes break while Ta's away, because I think that
yeah,
him
jump
being
in.
here is important. So
Yep.
Sounds good.
Oh man, what a way to go out!
Yeah.
She turned herself into a supernova, and I mean that was her whole life's goal, right? Was to kill that bitch. So
Ready for a nap.
oh,
Whew, man, that was intense.
yeah, that was nutty. I was so pissed at those mechs, fucking teleporting around and shit.
That was like, oh no.
It's like, oh, you're gonna try to grapple me now that I've dive bombed. You know what? Fuck you. You're a rabbit.
That was funny.
I'm a little mad that I don't have a higher wisdom score, because that would have added another +2 to my spell save DC, and she would have failed one of those bestow curses, and then we could have probably gazed her.
Yeah.
Well, it still would have been pretty tough.
I know.
Out of are you considered a construct, by the way?
Yes, technically.
Okay. because spells like Mass Cure Wounds do not affect you.
No, not really. No.
So,
Which
I can't
I was
heal you.
debating whether or not to keep like just laying the spells on Alana or going down to help beat the shit out of those mechs, because I do like every attack that I do on them adds my cleric level to the damage. So 4 attacks means I do 36 extra damage. But I was like, nah, need to get the mastermind out of the way. I wonder if Busty was planning that. Because that
I
was
think
super
so.
intense.
I think he was, and that's why he was raiding what. I'm assuming Busty PM'd him, and
Yeah.
but I messaged Busty, and I'm assuming something came up IRL, so because he hasn't messaged me back.
He's probably working on a new character.
Yeah, the cool thing about reincarnate is as long as I have a piece of a body, I can reincarnate the person.
Also, does it have a specification where the spirit or the soul has to be willing or able?
I don't think so.
Because I know that's one of the things on my Raise Dead spell. Oh, hey, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah, I guess so. If the soul isn't free or willing, then it fails. Yeah.
Yeah. I can just endlessly keep casting Gentle Repose.
I don't. Oh, the okay.
And it extends the duration, because it basically just negates the days they've dead. Oh, yeah. That's also probably a thing. Take the crate out of the top of the deck and put it in the brig or something. Or put it in the hold.
Yeah. If it's got the egg in it, because it's frozen, right? If it's got the egg in it, we need to make a trip to the Northern Weir, like ASAP, to return the egg.
Well, we could maybe just take it back to the city, and then they could
Yeah.
teleport it. Maybe, I don't know. I want to get it back there either way.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh.
Man, I was so disappointed with that destructive
I'm hoping
wave.
Busty's gonna come around because I want to know if he wants me to reincarnate him or not.
I mean, I guess you'll find out if he's even able to.
The problem is wasting 1,000 gold on someone that doesn't want to be reincarnated.
Yeah.
Well, I would say there's more that could be done after
could
you sacrifice yourself like that. That was a last ditch move. And we have over 1,000 gold, so that's not an issue.
I could try casting Speak with Dead after a long rest.
Well, we bought the diamond or whatever that I needed already, so I have one.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Like, you're not wasting it if we. Never mind. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Does that spell consume the diamond?
Yes, it does.
Ah, okay.
And that's the issue, right? Is like I use it, the diamond's gone, and then he's like, "Oh, I don't want to come back."
Yep.
It's like, fuck.
I don't know. I don't think that that was Nyx's life goal necessarily. So I think they'll be fine with coming back.
I think that was an objective, but not a goal. Man, the way of going about it is... Oh, I can't wrap my head around it. That's so crazy, but it's also like super intense, like character backstory wise, and like, oh.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go cry.
Oh, okay.
I know I
that's
definitely
fine,
don't want to deal with any mechs anymore.
So I'll say for the purposes of this, you get your long rest in.
Dope.
I obviously pulled the rock into the token.
Okay.
Like earlier.
I'm gonna assume you just cast the spell and it doesn't work.
The reincarnate doesn't work.
Yeah. You pump everything in and
See, this was.
Well, would we have?
And-
Wouldn't we have talked to Dead before we did that though?
Yeah.
Okay, you can
That's
do
We were
what-
talking, and Gad said that he was gonna speak with Dead to see.
I can after a long rest. I don't have
Yeah,
it prepared
but-
right
Yeah,
now.
we got a long rest in.
Yeah.
is the
Oh
thing.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
I
can
said
cast
that those that wanted to take their own could, and I said that Ta, you, and Melee would have taken the ship up really high and
Yeah.
sort of set a rough course for Luthadel. And then Melee would have joined you in your room. Bram.
Did we see what was in the crate?
It's literally a block of ice. But yes, as you could probably pry off one side and you'd see a block of ice with a large egg inside.
Okay.
Yay for a trip to frozen wastes.
Not necessarily.
We could probably just
Keokrati,
return
at
to Kyokrati,
Uh,
All right.
like Toss suggested.
All right. But yeah, so speak to Dead. It's odd with the skull. You don't see any movement, but
oh,
there are two fiery little eyes that appear in the skull.
you guys have 5
What do you
questions.
want?
Why did you do that, Nix?
Takes a second. You get a response. Had to.
Is this it? Well, I'm gonna turn to the
Hello?
who all's here right now.
Yeah.
It'd be me and Gad
Next
for
question.
sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'd assume that if you wanted to, you could gather everybody up first.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just say for the purposes of this, you're all here, kind of out on the deck.
Did y'all do the thing and cast the whole dead thing?
We're
Yeah, speak with
speaking with
Dead.
Dead right now.
So you can answer if you want.
All right,
So,
sorry. What was the question? I just got here. What? It takes a while to get here. What the fuck do you want?
First question was, why did you do this?
Because I wanted her dead. And to be 100% honest, I made a deal for my soul, so it was gonna happen either way. I just needed to make sure that she was gone and that she couldn't come back, and the only way I knew how to do that was to destroy her body. But he's not giving me much time here. He does own my soul, so yeah. Is there
Can
any
I
other
not bring
question?
you back?
No,
I
no.
believe
He has
not
my
with
soul.
that.
It is pretty hard, if not impossible, to take a soul from like a demon. Pretty sure.
That's 2 questions.
That was 2 questions. Yeah.
All
Who
right.
is he?
Hey, well, oh shit. Bye.
Okay. For the purposes of this, I'll say the link does get cut.
Oh,
If, at that point, yeah, it is what it is.
I should go back to the helm.
Powerful
Okay.
demon.
You also noticed something different. Remember those cold fire lights? The blue lights that you guys have?
yeah.
Yeah.
They burn red.
Were they burning red before
No.
Nyx died? Okay, good.
No. But yeah, they all seem to burn sort of with a red, warm glow.
Does it seem... Can I insight check the color to see if it seems sinister?
Sure.
Wait, didn't Nyx have a piece of paper that said who we had to go to?
Oh, fuck me.
Oops.
Did she?
She had a letter, I think is what it was.
Have you opened
Yeah.
the box yet, Bramnik?
Where's the letter? Did she give it to one of us?
Probably back on the plains is a pile of ash.
Yeah. I mean,
one
you've
heard.
got a box, a small wooden box, a Yeah, and her stuff. The wooden
I'll-
box is sort of odd, but
I'll look in the box.
What's in the
Okay.
box?
so you open the box, and inside are 3 envelopes. One, the first one at the top, is in fact the place you have to go, who you have to see, that stuff.
Oh, good.
The second one is a letter with an address on the inside. It says for Bramnick. There's a letter with an address on the inside and some numbers, sort of numbers and letters underneath it. Doesn't really necessarily make any sense. The third is a sealed envelope. And for the purposes of this, I'm going to say you can break the seal and look inside. And there is a letter sort of addressed to all of you. And it simply says that there is a bank in Luthadel. And that Nyx isn't really sorry, to be fair, that she needs you guys. Since you're already going to be going from Luthadel back to Kiokrati, to go to that bank, to get what's in the vault with the number. And she sort of refers to the second letter with the address and the numbers. And take it to the gypsies that are outside of Kiokrati. She saw them right before, or right as you guys were leaving. It was that big, colorful tent. And that she'll see you again, maybe. If she's lucky.
Well, fuck.
Very well.
The wind changes a little, giving you a good course towards towards Luthadel. Ta, I know you're probably paying attention to that at least.
Yeah.
The sails sort of fill of their own volition more as you guys pick up a little bit of extra speed in your journey towards Luthadel. And I think that for the purposes of today, that's where we're going to end.
Oh, God. That is
Well then.
really hard.
That's intense for sure. So we have a letter stating where to take her stuff, I'm assuming, or to take her remains?
You have a letter for where you have to go to pick up the package for the gnome dude. You have a letter with an address, apparently to the bank, and the bank account number, which is apparently all you need as far as you know.
Okay.
And a request from Nyx in the last letter to
Take whatever the contents are to the gypsies.
yes.
And then there's a letter to me.
Well, yeah, the letter for the there was a letter to you, but Busty hasn't written it yet, so
Okay.
I'll give that to you later or whatever. But it's sort of on the it's the second part of that second part, or you know what I mean?
Right.
Sort of written in Nyx's terrible handwriting on the back of the address to the bank with the account number.
That's really intense. All right, I guess on that super downer, we'll see you guys next week. Oh man, we're all gonna go cry.